All right, all right, all right. What's up, folks? We alive, we alive. And want to jump on this topic, man. Sorry I had to move the time back. That's always something I do. I'll adjust the time when I pop up a lot, but I be needing my old man nap. So I reset myself for a fresh 24 hours worth of energy. All right, man. Let's see, man. Yesterday we was having this discussion where we were speaking on child support. And from my perspective, I was speaking on how wrong it is, how effed up it is, and where a lot of guys, in my opinion, have a defeatist attitude towards it and making as if it's nothing that one can do about it. Like you just have to accept it. And I think that's wrong, even if that is a precedent that is set in the court. If that is something that those who go through it, and we're speaking from the male perspective, fathers that have to go through it, think that is something that is wrong and something that our elected officials have to go about correcting. That has to be fixed. Along with what goes with the child support system is as far as so it's dealing with the birth of a child, dealing with parenthood, is that another way of correcting these things is that there should be mandatory off the top DNA testing for any child that is born. And if there's ever a case of a filing for child support, that DNA test has to be involved in that. And that way you get things cleared out the way. I think there should be nothing to where the mother has, just unheralded rights to the child and unheralded rights at your goddamn benefits. Like that is such a backwardsness to a system, man. And it also leads to where, man, where you have this dynamic to where I don't know how you navigate through this type of shit, but it's wrong if that is the situation. I don't know much about it, and therefore I would love to bring up some of the laws to child support. I like to bring up child support. I was listening to some shit earlier, and they were speaking about child support being a scheme. I was listening to other people who was spoken about uh, how to win child support situations. So let me see, child support. I don't know if there's a law. Well, there definitely has to be a law. So child support laws, and let's go into this one. And we'd like to see what's on the book. So child support. So they just have something that's a concept. I don't see anything about a law. So I like to dig into that, have other people who want to share their experiences who were talking about it yesterday when it was brought up. I don't even know how it became part of the conversation yesterday, but it was definitely brought up. And I think it's definitely a backwards ass thing. I think it's something wrong. I know there was something that I seen in some of these articles about the Supreme Court making some changes on it. Not sure how true that is. Why you got to find the documentation and also to read up on this stuff. And that's what the search is about currently. Is I try to navigate through the internet to find the documentations and articles that I need for this. Let me see. Promote child support in August. We ain't doing nothing about promoting that shit. I'm not. I'm not an advocate for it, unless some of the more extreme cases where you are dealing with some deadbeatisms or some real deadbeats that are out here. If you're dealing in those cases, let me see. Let me see. I'm not finding nothing with the laws, and that's the crazy part. Is like looking through this stuff, and you don't find laws on this stuff, or how it works, or even how do you go about filing the child support situation in that if you were in such a situation. Let me go in here. So this is the USA.gov website dash child support. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Let's check this out. So how to get help collecting child support. It says child support orders says the child support order legally requires a parent to help pay to raise a child. It says your state or tribe can help you get, change, or enforce one regardless of where the parent lives. The government does not pay for child support. The government does not pay child support. Federal and state government does not pay child support, says, but they provide the help you may need to collect it from a parent. How to establish it says a court ruling. So, how to establish child support order? A court ruling or other legal procedures can establish a child support order. You can find the state or local child support agency. Says and contact them for help getting the order. Says start with them regardless of where the parent lives. You can learn about it. Says learn about all these services. Blah blah blah. Who to contact? This is help to collect this stuff. Agency is to notified of a name change. Agencies to notify when someone dies. These are family issues. There's not much on this stuff, man. There's not much I'm finding on this crap. See, family legals, some dies, help child support, collecting. Like a lot of the information here in this country, we have so many of these laws that affect people, but it's so hard to find the information that you need, which is ridiculous as fuck. Let me go into this U.S. Congress website. So, U.S. Congress website. Here goes some history. All right, let me check this one out. Okay, here we go. This is from congress.gov. So, this may open some information on that. Like I said, this is for y'all. This conversation for those who are going through that shit, have this open dialogue. So, here is from Congress Child Support Services Program. So, introduction, child support. The child support program says was enacted into law, and that shit needs to be re-looked at some 50 years now, into law on January 4th, 1975. It was originally referred to as the Child Support Enforcement Program and was recently renamed by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services as Child Support Services Program. When the program was first established, its goals were to reimburse the states and the federal government for the cash assistance payments they provided families, and to help other families remain off cash assistance by obtaining consistent and ongoing child support payments from the non-custodial parent. So it ain't even about them helping the fucking child and paying this. It's to keep your ass from off the welfare system. This seems like this program was really developed to cut government spending. So this is some ignorant fucking shit for people that want to put people on this shit. This shit was really meant to keep your ass from touching uh, uh, the social programs that are out here. And that's what happens in California, where some people end up getting on this, and there's something that automatically kicks in to where the father is strong on child support. And I think it goes the other way. If the father was, and that's the weirdest shit ever with this program. And it also happens the other way. If a father was to jump on this shit and has children, then the mother gets hit with this shit as well. And so this is a backwards ass program, an extremely backwards ass program. And it seems to be, just from reading from where we at, that it was not implemented. It wasn't implemented in order to help the fucking parent. And so this goes and points back to the ignorance of a parent who think they're doing this to get back at a parent. And this is why this shit is about hard work. And also that thing has to be changed, because the both of the parents, if they're working parent, are also tax-paying parents, and their taxes go into these entitlement programs. So this is some of the most ignorant shit I've ever seen. But of course, America has a lot of ignorance to the way in which its laws are written. These laws are supported, and the dumbasses of this country go back and vote for it. So let me see. We go back to this line. It says, when the program was first established, its goals were to reimburse the states and the federal government for the cash assistance payments they provided families, and to help other families remain off of cash assistance by obtaining consistent and ongoing child support payments from the non-custodial parent. Over time, the program has evolved from a cash assistant cost recovery program to a family first program, which is bullshit. It's just wording. says that seeks to enhance the well-being of families by making child support a more reliable income source, and that is false. All of that is word salad bullshit. Is like the new term that idiotic people who involved in American politics begin to use. So this federal state program has the potential to impact more children and for a longer period of time than most other federal programs. It may interact with mothers, fathers, and children for 18 years, in some cases longer, such as if the non custodial parent owes past due child support. In recent years, it served about 17% of the children, so it served about 17% of the children in the United States. So this is where the government is saying, no, you about to clean up all of this shit. We're not about to drop a dime or a penny on your fucking child. You're going to pay all this shit, and that shit is wrong. The scope of the child support services, I believe. Yeah, child support service. So child support services program. Families are required to enroll in child support service program. And the program says are those receiving cash assistance under the temporary assistance and needy families. So you got to apply for that TANF shit. Says Medicaid coverage and our state options says all right, state options. Supplemental nutrition, which is the food stamp program, says the program is also available to non-assistant families if they choose to enroll. Families who are not required to enroll, says, must pay a one-time $25 fee when they apply for the services and an annual $35 user fee if the child support services agency collects at least $550 per year for them. Says the program is available in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., that is, territories of Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and 60 tribal nations. Program services are generally provided locally within states, usually by the county. Child support service program says it's administered by the administered at a federal level by the I guess that's the Office of Child Support Services, which helps child support agencies develop, manage, and operate their programs effectively and according to federal law. Specifically, the Office of Child Support Services administers federal match-up funds and awards grants to states, provides policy guidance and technical assistance, conducts program audits, supports research through demonstration grants. The OCSS is also responsible for the Federal Parent Locator Services, which includes the National Directory of New Hires. So they go searching for your shit. Where your motherfucking ass at? He hiding over here. They hiding there, and they go right in this system and find your ass. Bam! Give us your money, goddammit, because we ain't spending a dime on your funky ass crumb snatching child. So this is program components, says the child support program increases the reliability of child support paid by the non-custodial parents. And they should define what a non-custodial parent is. So they locate a non-custodial parent, establishing paternity. So they do this DNA shit. I heard one of the homies go through that shit. Go through a DNA shit. And this is one of the homies who I heard go through that shit that messed his case up because he didn't take the situation serious. And I think they went in some default shit. Says reviewing and modifying child support orders, collecting child support payments from non-custodial parents, establishing and enforcing medical child support. Says distributing child support payments to custodial parents. Sorry, and this is a collection, family type, collections, and a percentage. So never on TANF, former TANF, TANF family. So most of it comes from non-TANF families, a collection. So the majority of collected payments, let me go into that. This is from fiscal year 2023. The majority of the collected payments in the fiscal year 2023 is 96%, says went to families, and the remainder went to the state and the federal government, primarily as reimbursement for the public assistance dollars that went to families. So you jumping on that welfare, they are going to collect. So it's basically a loan. So that shit is basically a loan. Says most child support payments are collected from non-custodial parents through income withholding. It's fiscal year 2023, 70% of those 70% of collections were attained through income withholding. Says other methods of enforcement include, says intercepting federal and state income tax refund. Woo, they be right up in there on some damn police intercepting a high speed chase for your dollars. They be high speed chasing through the goddamn wire and corner your damn goddamn check, hit a pit maneuver on your shit, and then collect it. Intercepting unemployment compensation, filing liens against properties. Damn, they are aggressive. Sending insurance settlements information to the agency, intercepting lottery winnings, judgments, and settlement. Damn, they even on your lottery shit. You might as well just go be a bum. Find you a box. Says seasoned debtor parents assets held by public and private retirement funds and financial institutions. Yeah, you better off doing everything cash. That's why so many people have these hustles out here. It says withholding, says suspending and restricting driver's license. Dang, that is foul, homie. They like you ain't never getting your life back. That is not cool. And I think Americans who, when it comes to politics, and unlike we've seen the idiots that recently got in this political shit because they want to be on Trump's nutsacks and got engaged in the most idiotic shit that wasn't even a real concern for Americans and caught up in on bathrooms and they know they go chasing right behind trannies and all that shit. The real issues in America and this politics should have dealt with situations such as this. Should have dealt with situations such as this. And also, let me make this clear because a lot of people in this country are retarded and hear me talking about that. I'm not a child support victim, not at all. And he says in all jurisdictions have civil. Let me go back to that. It says they can withhold, suspend, and restrict driver's license, professional and occupational license such as the CDL shit, and the recreational or sporting license. So you can't even go fishing and shit. Oh my God. Say they can deny, revoke, says, and restrict passports. Say you ain't even going to see no hoes in another country. You ain't going nowhere. You can sit right here and work yourself to death. See, that ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. And it's also not cool to be knocking chicks up and never planning to be in that child's life. That ain't cool. And that's what child support should get idiots that are like that. So fools got no discipline in how they fucking go about, what they do in the bed, then you should suffer from that shit. If you really out here doing this kind of shit. And there are idiots who are out here doing that. But that's what some people who are finding loopholes in this law, they go to other countries and do that shit over there where they don't have a child support. It says, according to the most recent demographic data available from 2017, says among all custodial parents who are eligible for child support, says not just those enrolled in the CSS programs, 80% are women. So there's 20% dudes out there. So mainly women who are doing this idiotic shit. Of women, custodial parents, 53% have one eligible child, 44% are non-Hispanic, being white, 28% are non-Hispanic, black, 24 damn Hispanic just on everything. 24% are Hispanic. So it is mainly white folks, the Mark Sumners of the world, who when they talk about the blacks ain't getting married, the blacks don't that, look at all this shit from you white folks. God damn it. Says, and 4% are other, meaning multiple race, not categorized here. Man. White women, what are you doing? Snow bunny, will child support you for your money. Says, among all custodial families eligible for child support, 24% have income below the federal poverty level. So 24%. So it ain't the poor doing this shit. It's these old gold digging, have a little bit of money ass broads. So so they have money below the federal poverty level. Says 40% of poor families who were supposed to receive child support reported receiving the full amount that was due. So they receive. I'm lost on that dynamic and shit. Or maybe Says 40% of poor families who were supposed to receive child support reported receiving the full amount that was due. So they got the poor families got the full amount because their amount probably was like $50. That's what that shit was. Expenditures and financing structure. Let me see. Is this important? Yes, it is. Billions of dollars in it. 2024, 2023, combined federal and state administrative expenditures for the child support program amounted to 6.4 billion. Federal funding for child support services require that states must spend money in order to receive federal funding. So they force the states to spend this, and maybe they spend it through creating a welfare program. It says the federal government reimburses each state 66% of all allowable expenditures on the CSS activities. This requirement is open ended, says in that there is no upper limit or ceiling on the federal government's match for those expenditures. There are 5 funding streams associated with the child support services program. The first 2 streams mentioned above says our state and federal matching funds. Third, the states collect child support on behalf of families receiving TANF assistance to reimburse themselves. So the give you your TANF money, but we're gonna go after the damn father, or it could be even the mother, and get our money back. So therefore, we ain't really spending shit. This is just like a credit card loan, and that shit shouldn't be in play because these are also tax paying people. So how the hell are you pulling money away from somebody going into a program that is funded through taxpayers' money, and then you going after people who are paying taxes? Is some of the most idiotic fucking shit I ever heard in my goddamn life. I mean, this shit is ridiculous. So they go into the TANF assistance to reimburse themselves, says in the federal government for the cost of TANF cash payments to the families. Says fourth, the federal government provides states with an incentive payment. And this is no fiscal year 2023 estimate available. So no 2023, this is from 2022. It was 527 million total. Says to encourage them to operate effective programs. Says the federal law requires that the federal law requires states to reinvest the child support services incentive payments back into the program, says are related activities. Fifth, fees and costs recovered from non-TANF families may help finance the program. So these are families that's just walking in there, ain't taking no assistance. They say, I just want to stick this motherfucker. He ain't helping out with shit. Let me get his money. Blah, 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 blah. So let's go into the issues with the program. It says issues that have been raised. Yeah, let's get into issues because all of this shit is an issue. Says, should child support orders be more aligned with the non-custodial parent's ability to pay? It's a question, man. Chat, what y'all got on that one? Should child support orders be more aligned with non-custodial parents' ability to pay? No, I think it should be aligned with what kind of motherfucker this parent is. Should child support orders be automatically reviewed and modified in cases where the non-custodial parent is unemployed or underemployed? Or how about it should be readjusted if that non-custodial parent is now custodial about shit? Or maybe, and then even the fact of somebody applying for welfare ain't about there being a non-custodial parent. It could be that parent finding financial hardships. Like, so this is what's a flaw in the program to begin fucking with. Should the child support services program have the option to reduce or forgive state and federal owed child support arrearage, however you say that, but arrearage says unpaid child support in cases where doing so provides an incentive to non-custodial parents to regularly pay the current support that is owed? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. You should not put people in fucking lifetime debt over this shit because it's all about the state and federal government wiping their hands clean of paying out for families in need. And this is why it's so easy for a lot of these congressional people, and it starts with these congressional people and you dumb motherfuckers caught up in red and blue, that it's tied to, and mainly a bunch of conservative minded pieces of shit who are constantly in the works of eliminating a lot of these programs and other ways in which when these programs stay around and to try to cut spending, which they can't get around to effectively doing because they keep cutting taxes away from wealthy people paying into that shit. They use this as the effective way of doing that shit and not really looking at the true scope of what's happening inside of Americans' households. So this program is a flawed and idiotic program. It's been flawed probably since 1975 when it was brought about. I can't imagine. I want to see if I can find a clip of when child support started, how pissed off a lot of them fools was. Probably the old bar beer drinking motherfuckers who was in for a rude awakening. And watch how the bras went. Oh man, I know households got fucked up when this shit opened. Bitches was out. I'm leaving your funky ass. Says should the state bear more of the cost of their child? Absolutely. Reducing the federal reimbursement. No, it shouldn't be no federal or state reimbursement. No, I wouldn't say that the state should bear more. I think the federal government should bear more. Says should cooperation with the child support program continue to be mandated for TANF and Medicaid families? Should federal cooperation requirements be expanded to other public assistance programs? And that shit is bullshit. These programs are bullshit. I'm glad I come across this shit because this is a real idiotic fucking program, a real idiotic and dumbass program, which ain't really meant to fucking help families. This program has nothing to do with families. It has everything to do with keeping the government out of assisting its citizens. It's as simple as that. That's all this program is about. And this is a bullshit ass program that a lot of these uneducated broads uh, run to. They run right to the shit out of being, certified simpletons. Like that shit is stupid. And let me see. Let me go into another article. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe some of y'all going through this shit. Let me see. Here goes something else on child support. This is from 2022 because they don't have some of that data for 2024, none of that. So why is the data coming out so damn slow? So boom, boom, boom provides current population surveys. Let's go into population surveys. Let me see. Let's see. So we know Mark Summers' mama done put his fucking dad on this shit. Let me see. Current population surveys, sources of government statistics. Boom, boom. Now I don't like the way this one is formatted. This data. Well, let me see. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me skim through this real quick. See. Oh wait, no, this is a survey, so this ain't even worth it. This is some statistical shit. Let's go over here. I want to go into some history. Maybe Wikipedia has an article with the history on that shit. I'll say what's up to y'all in the chat in a hot one. Give me 1 second. Go through some of this shit. So, United States child support is an ongoing obligation for a periodic payment made by an obligor, says our paying parent. Our payer says to an obligee, says are the receiving party, says for the financial care and support of children of a relationship, says are a possible terminated marriage, says the law governing this kind of obligation vary dramatically state by state and tribe by tribe amongst Native Americans. Maybe that's why some of you fools trying to claim y'all fucking natives, because you're on child support and shit. Trying to get out this shit. All these motherfuckers overnight became indigenous. I think y'all done came across this shit. Maybe the tribes get some lower payment. Y'all motherfuckers trying to be indigenous and all this shit. And now you FBA and all that shit. You're a new tribe. Says each individual state and federally recognized tribe says is responsible for developing its own guidelines and determining child support. So this go back to the government. Federal government said we ain't fucking with none of y'all. Let your state deal with this ish. So now it pushes it back, and that's Congress still doing that shit. And then you go into your goddamn state legislative office, and these fools is a bunch of damn plumb dumb idiots as well, who are focused on other shit instead of looking at the flaws of this 50-year-old program. That shit is It's ridiculous. It is stupid. And then I'm gonna go into Instagram too because I want to pull up some of the little pieces I found over there regarding this program. And this is a stupid ass program. Says typically says the obligor says is the non-custodial parent. Says typically the obligee is a custodial parent, and that's not even always the case of that shit. That shit ain't even the fucking case of that shit. Says our caregiver, says our guardian, says our government agency, says and does not have to spend the money on the child. They can collect. That's the other flaw. And that's where it clearly shows this shit ain't never been about your child. That's why some people get mad when they talk about having to pay this shit to want to make sure all the money goes to the child. And it ain't about none of that shit. This shit is saying we ain't allowing you to take anything from program setup that get fashioned. When you look at the writing on the wall, it makes it appear as if it's to help you. And when you step in the building, it ain't about none of that shit. This shit is all the way ass backwards. All the way ass backwards. Says and does not. So let me go back to that. So typically, the obligee is a custodial parent, caregiver, or guardian, or a government agency, and does not have to spend the money on the child. In the U.S., there is no gender requirement for child support. For example, a father may pay a mother, or a mother may pay a father. In addition, says where there are joint custodies in which the child has two custodial parents and no non-custodial parents, a custodial parent may be required to pay the other custodial parent. Today, the Federal Child Support Enforcement Program is the responsibility of the Office of Child Support Enforcement, an Office of Administration for Children and Family. I can see Donald Trump. I see Donald Trump getting rid of this fucking department, like he doing with many of the departments that are out there. In the Department of Health and Human Services, which he probably can't get rid of that because they deal with medical or yeah, I think the medical programs and shit. He may get rid of it. He's trying to tear away the Obamacare shit. Federal regulation says promulgated pursuant to Title Title 4-D of the Social Security Act requires uniform application of child support guidelines throughout a state. It says, but each state can determine its own method of calculating support. At a minimum, 45 CFR, don't blah blah blah, whatever that shit is, says requires each state to or was that congressional federal regulation or some shit, requires each state to establish and publish a guideline that is presumptively or says but rebuttably says correct and review the guidelines at a minimum every 4 years. Says most states have therefore adopted their own child support guideline worksheets with local courts and state child support enforcement offices used for determining the standard calculation for of child support in that state. Courts may choose to deviate from the standard calculation in any particular case. The U.S. has reciprocal agreements with a number of countries regarding recovery of child support and is party to the Hague Maintenance Convention in 2007. So some countries, you better watch about knocking them broads up when you're overseas and shit. And this is the history of it. Is the history important? Maybe so. Let's see. Because back then, that's when you can bust a nut and, forego your responsibility as a father. So there's a lot of deadbeat shit. And you hear a lot of them stories. Well, that's why a lot of women hid that shit about, even they stepped out and cheat. They'll hide that shit. A lot of these dudes is out here knocking shit up. So if a lot of women having other kids don't belong to them, it means a lot of dudes out here, which is what the word Jody comes from. So many people remember the movie Baby Boy, but for those who are from a past era or past generation, Jody was the name of a motherfucker who come in your house and knock your woman down and is gone. I think Johnny Taylor even wrote a song on that shit. But when I was in the military, Jody was a motherfucker. We used to see them cadence and shit. And this would be the funny thing. This is the funny thing. Back when in the Army, when we used to do our little marches and we always marched to cadence and shit. And I remember they damn drill sergeant, this is the foulest shit ever for fools that left their towns with a girl back there. And we been basic for 4 months. My basic training was 4 months straight. Wasn't none of that AIT stuff. That shit 4 months straight. And them damn drill sergeants was seeing this damn cadence about Jody and about your girl back there getting knocked down. That shit used to have me dying. That shit used to have me dying. I'll be in line marching, rolling at that shit. And when we finish all our activities before we gotta go to bed and shit, these fools be in them damn barrack rooms at night and they're writing the motherfucking letters. And I'll be sitting there dying, like, man, that cadence got these fools in here worrying. And then you begin to see that's how they was making a lot of fools lose weight. A lot of fools was dropping weight thinking about Jody, knocking they woman up. Oh man. All right, let's go into history. It says historically, says the right of a child to the support of his or her parents was regulated solely by the separate state, territories, and Native American tribes. America telling the tribes what to do. Our tribes come back and tell the government this is how we want it. Prior to criminal non-support laws, see, it should never be criminalized with this shit. This shit, we have criminalized every fucking thing. There is too much criminalization of shit outside of what is criminal. A true criminal gets away with shit, get a second chance at shit. But a person on some simple ass shit like this is drugged through the goddamn mud for life, unless they come up, get lucky and come up on major bread. So prior to criminal non-support laws, financial support could only be attained through the doctrine of necessaries, poor laws, and legal separation. Enforcement of child support obligation began in the United States as a criminal measure. Says the effort to criminalize failure to pay child support began in the late 19th centuries, being says in the late 19th century, says with moral condemnation, the desire for stronger punishment, and the need for extradition primary factors in this movement. Says whether to make non-support. See, this goes back to the old generation, older people effing everything up. It says whether to make non-support a felony or a misdemeanor. Says was hotly contested, leading eventually to the passage of the Uniform Desertion and Non-Support Act described below. By 1910, says nearly every state in the United States had criminal non-support statutes on the books. So keeping the pops in the house, maybe. The criminalization of non-support also led to a heightened role of probation officers in non-support judgments. So here we go once again, criminaling this little pipeline for incarceration bullshit. Says though incarceration was and still remains a popular penalty for non-support, early proponents of criminal non-support wanted a penalty, says that will maximize deterrence. So this is all about a deterrent shit, but it has nothing to do with a person who is absent of their responsibility. This is where the loophole. So currently, with what's allowed is some loophole in the law because the law is so vague. Like, so this shit is going into other shit. This shit has grown legs, and now it allows for people to manipulate and take advantage of this shit. It says though incarceration was and still remains a popular penalty for non-support, early proponents of criminal non-support wanted a penalty that would maximize deterrence, preserve the family. Says and lighten the burden on charities and state to support women and children. New York, which authorized probation as a penalty for non-support in 1901, advanced four benefits to probation over incarceration. It's not cool. Says punishment without disgrace and effective without says producing embitterment, resentment, or demoralization. Judicial desertion says to make the punishment fit the crime. Punishment that is borne solely by the guilty and displacing a system that frequently involved the innocent and helpless. And four, punishment attended by increased revenue to the state. Sorry, that's not the state, to the city, and by a saving and expense. The passing of criminal non-support statutes began the blurring of the civil criminal line in child support cases that continue to spark debate among legal scholars. Man, put me in there. Even without a law degree, I'm a legal scholar. See, I'm speaking on this shit like the scholars do. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me fill me up some water. So the federal government of the United States Other United States, and I'll drop a link in there after I go through the chat. So hold off on the comments because I do want to get through some of the comments. I'll drop the link because I know people want to talk on this one. It's unfair for me to just talk by myself, but I want to read through some of this literature. If I bring a panel, I never get through this literature, read what's on the laws, not people giving their opinions on this shit without getting some of the legal shit that is out here. Because I hate listening to people come up with their opinions and it's way off of what the law is. It says the federal government of the United States has became involved in providing welfare assistance to impoverished children in 1935 through the Aid to Families with Dependent Children programs. So this is the first welfare program. It's probably given to a lot of the European arrivals. It says, in turn, the federal government realized that many children were entering the program since because non-custodial parents were often avoiding their fair share of the cost of raising their children. This is these old stupid motherfuckers. It says, and began to develop the foundation of today's overarching federal framework for child support enforcement. So let's go back into what happened with the idiots of the past. But then it ain't even just about the people not trying to have their responsibility. All you do is close the door to these programs. You close the door to these fucking programs, and then you address this shit with the. But I guess this is a solution when you're dealing with these kind of dumbasses. But it shouldn't have opened the door. A person just running there and be like, "I just want to take this." Like no. So let me read that part again. It says the federal government of the United States became involved in providing welfare assistance to impoverished children in 1935 through the Aid to Families with Dependent Children program. So they did care about providing. This probably mainly was a bunch of, it could be a racial component, I don't know, but I'd like to throw that in there thinking about the history in 1935. So, in turn, the federal government realized that many children were entering that program because non custodial parents were often avoiding their fair share of the cost of raising their children and began to develop the foundation of today's overarching federal framework for child support enforcement. So, that's what led the government. And I don't think they paid attention to how to properly frame this program. So let's go in. Let's see what's good. Boom, boom, boom. Executive branch concern. Let's see. That might be worth reading. So President Gerald Ford issued a signing statement on signing the social services amendments of 1974 on January 4th, 1975. Although generally favorable, Ford expressed concerns about what he saw as excessively injecting the federal government into domestic. Ford, then why the fuck you signed it, you idiot? The hell you signed that shit for with your dumb ass? Let's see. Let me see. I might have to go back up here to this framework shit. Do I need to go? The support model, was that it? Wait, hold on. That's the history. Got through all that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. States follow one of three basic models, formulas. I think I read that one off of there. And the Molson formula model says income shares, percentage of income. And the Molson model says is a more complex version of the income share model. Says one of its special features is the standard of living adjustment. So this is probably for wealthier people. Says which automatically enables the child to share and the parent or parents increase income. It says this is a six-step process which considers the children's primary support needs, child care, and extraordinary medical expenses, and the SOLA. Let me see. Was there something I explained what a SOLA is? Oh, that's it. Standard of living. Sorry, SOLA is standard of living adjustment. Says these amounts are added together. Says and then the courts look at each parent's minimal self-support needs and percentage of total income, says to determine the support obligation. The formula is named for Judge Ed Wood Molson Jr. of Delaware's Family Court, who developed the formula in the 1970s and 1980s. Yeah, fuck you, Molson. Well, you people who own child support should be saying that shit. And this is state by state provisions. Let me see. California probably got some of the funkiest shit. So the family code, blah, blah, 4050-4076 says it's based on the income formula. This is the apartment, California, boom, boom, boom. I know California, they be breaking. That's why, like, even in the Wilder situation yesterday, he talked about how the chick tried to move to that goddamn state and try to hit his ass up. And let me see penalties. And says our penalties in 2000 said the state of Tennessee revoked the driver's license of 1,300 people who collectively owe more than 13 million. God damn. But damn, you should be taking a person's license. Shit, the kid really ain't gonna get that shit, and y'all not neither. And now you'll get a person who got to do crime and shit. Get the hell out of here. And this is where our country is so divided all over the place where you can't get anything done. And you can thank many of these old retarded backwood ass people in America who inject their retarded asses into shit and further divide shit. And now you get stuck getting yourself screwed with these kind of laws and shit. So therefore, I look at the elected officials who have the right to have laws put into effect and also to make changes. And then the people who don't pay attention to this shit, this ain't nothing of great importance. And therefore, it's not brought to the floor to be voted on, to be looked at, to amend, because the people out here are dummies. And when I speak on political shit, I see even some of the homies, even people outside of this space who I know in the regular world, who I just realize are just the biggest fucking idiots on this planet. And then it says interstate enforcement. Nope, I seen something else in here. And let me go in the chat real quick. Yeah, this is cold-blooded shit. This is cold-blooded. So this shit has nothing to do with a child. This shit ain't even about the child. And that's why women who put you on that shit who be like, they just about to get at your ass, don't spend nothing on that child. They seen women back in it used to be bad in the 2000s, especially the late 90s, early 2000s, to where you seen a lot of chicks, the kids would be bummy, dirty as a motherfucker still. They had their hair done, new outfits, tightest of skirts, hoochie mama a fight like a motherfucker, and utilizing all that money that was coming in for their goddamn selves. So here's the criticism. It says current child support guidelines and policies have been criticized by fathers' right advocacy groups. So they got these groups out here, as well as by feminists advocating gender equality and reproductive choice for men. And these are dumb, idiotic groups. When you get these type of groups in there, and the politicians say, "Oh shit, we don't want to hear these cackling ass motherfuckers. We're gonna leave the law the way it is." Says one persuasive criticism of the current says the legal regime of child support in the United States is that it is only facially civil in nature and circumvents the procedural protections of the criminal law, says, while still using criminal enforcement machinery. Says because non-support began as a criminal offense, it still says it still retains many criminal enforcement mechanisms, incarcerations, driver's license suspension, denial of passport applications, etc. However, because child support enforcement is now branded as part of the civil law, respondents do not have the constitutional protections afforded by criminal procedures. Says this includes rights to trial by jury, excluding Texas, rights to counsel, and right to cross examination, among others. Says scholars argue that non support should be fully decriminalized as returning to criminal enforcement will create more stigma while not necessarily afforded more protections to respondents. Yeah, this is idiotic shit. Current child support guidelines and policies have also been criticized for requiring boys and us as requiring boys and men who are victims of rape they're victims of rape to pay child support. What the hell? Says current child support guidelines and policies have also been criticized for requiring boys and men who are victims of rape to pay child support to the women who raped them. What the hell? The hell? I'm lost on that shit. Says men who assert that a child was conceived as a result of deception. Okay, that's what they call that shit. Says birth control, fraud, or sperm theft. Says also challenge their obligation to pay child. That's some crazy. See this man, come on, home man. This shit is idiotic that you don't open the doors and to find out this shit. This law needs to be, what is that shit? Needs to be, they need to take the shit to the Supreme Court, have the Supreme Court freeze that shit, have this shit brought back about, fix this damn law and have it looked at. Because there should be no way you just being put on that shit and having to make this and that. Says Melanie McCauley, says the South Carolina attorney, coined the term male abortion in 1998, suggesting that a father should be allowed to disclaim his obligation to an unborn child early in the pregnancy. Proponents hold that concept begins with a says with the premise that when an unmarried woman becomes pregnant, she has the option of abortion, adoption, or parenthood. And that's true. That's true because they can do all this shit. They can do all this shit. Abort your child, adopt out that child, all that shit, because there's no laws of saying, hey, hold the fuck up, bitch. You can't do that. Like, and you pay your child support, it ain't being, that money need to go to my child. No, it don't. Oh, man, these motherfuckers are stupid. And not only is you motherfuckers stupid, the people who write these laws is dumb as hell, too. Oh, I forgot. Some of you can become these motherfuckers. And then he says, abortion, says our parenthood, says and argues in the context of legally recognized gender equality. Here we go with that shit. Says that in the earliest stages of pregnancies, that a putative or alleged father should have the same human rights to relinquish all future says parental rights and financial responsibility, leaving the informed mother with the same three options. Says Macaulay's male abortion concepts aims to equalize the legal status of unwed men and unwed women, says by giving the unwed man by law the ability to abort his right and an obligation to the child. That's what Anthony Edwards did and shit. That's what Anthony Edwards did. Anthony Edwards was reading up on this shit. Says in a woman's says if a woman decides to keep the child, the father may choose not to. Says the father may choose not to by severing all ties legally. That's what Anthony Edwards pulled that shit. Says the same concept has been supported by a former president of the feminist organization, the National Organization for Women, says attorney Karen DeCrow, says who wrote that if a woman makes a unilateral decision to bring pregnancy to terms and the biological father does not and cannot share in this decision, says he should not be liable for 21 years of support. Autonomous women making independent decisions about their lives should not expect men to finance their choices. Hello, hello. We end it right there. Let me see. Here we go. The legal concept was tried by what is that? Dubé versus Wells says and was dismissed. Says this was not a surprise since legislation in the various jurisdictions currently set forth guidelines for when child support is owed as well as its amounts. Accordingly, legislation will be required to change the law to implement Macaulay's concept. And we need to get these stupid ass, especially you dummies who are on child support, sit there and cry about that shit. You need to have stronger political voices. Let me say what's up to y'all, and then I drop a link. People can give their opinions on this shit. And one is keep it on this shit. I don't want to mix other topics on this shit. Otherwise, I can end the live. CJ in the building, salute. Sir says, good morning, says already everyone. And then he says, salute, says child support, says is a scam, says it's not what we as Americans think it is. Yeah, absolutely. And after reading this shit, I see it's clear as day that it ain't none of the shit that it on the wall. From the writing on the wall, it is not none of that shit. And when you enter the building, you understand this shit is bullshit. Says they make money, says they make money unless there's a case, says where there is a majority parent, usually the female. Kenny Porter's right hand in the building says salute to the chat as well. Agent Mass says non-custodial is determined by the physical custody time between the said the paternal legally court appointed parent. And then Kenny Porter's right hand says Says they also charge interest. Says if someone falls behind on child support, that shit is not cool. That shit is not cool whatsoever. And that's why these laws have to be addressed on the books. And now we have a chauvinistic motherfucker like Trump in the White House. He probably needs to start having our even not with him. It should just be congressional people that look at that shit. And they're just shining, they're rolling and shit. And then Mark Summers says, if it's a white people problem, says then why are you worried about it? Who said I'm worried about it? This is how retarded you are, Mark Summers. This is why I love when you put your retarded comments. This was a topic brought up yesterday that we thought was a good topic. And even if it's not something that concerns me, I still think because it affects people, I think it's a great thing that needs to be addressed. Just because it is to the ignorance of Americans who have this me type mindset. And that's because we got so many bitch-made people who are raised like bitches that they ignored shit when it doesn't affect them. And when they have retarded ass laws that are doing nothing but making situations worse, you would turn a blind eye. That's just like people who will walk past seeing somebody fucked up or being attacked and all that other shit. You're one of them type of people. And there's a whole fucking population of y'all talking about why you worried about it. If it's a white people thing, get the fuck out of here. White people in my country, right? And then Asia Math says Vegas has no cap limit, says on child support orders. Says the court order amount says can surpass millions. And then Mark Summers says nope, says always had two parents together. Man, the old parents was probably fucking related. Shit, to two parents. You just had two relatives. And then Asia Math says Kanye paying over 220. I mean, that ain't 220, it's 200,000 per month. I think that was put out. I'm pretty sure he done had that shit reduced. And if he paying that much, man, that must mean life is good as hell for Kanye. He can pay that shit every month. But I seen some shit earlier, and I'm gonna go to Instagram and pull up because I was looking at child support, and I was seeing some shit to where, and this is what happens because a lot of dudes don't respond to a lot of this shit, and they get hit with a default related shit. Is that fool was getting hit with like $54,000 or some shit in child support, 53,000 in child support, and then that shit got cut down to $3,200. So a judge rules on Future's child support case, says cut request from 53,000 to 3,200. I'll get that on the screen. I can go through the comments, and then King Port's right hand says I think courts should take a closer look at how long some mothers rely on government assistance. Says in many cases, says benefits are collected for years. Says while the father is still required to pay child support, and that's the truth. And it also could be like you get a lot of them cutting out a lot of these programs, stopping people from being able to get on that shit, and being that and like that shit is crazy. The government has these programs that aren't meant to help people. And he says with little scrutiny, says of the overall financial situation. This creates an imbalance, says, well, one parent is held strictly accountable, says, while the other is not encouraged, says, are required to work towards financial independence. And I agree 1,000,000,000%. That's why this child support shit is some fuck shit. And in some cases where you get these dirtbag bum ass dudes, but then for dudes a bum ass dude, how you gonna get any goddamn thing? Therefore, you create programs that help these fucking families out. Not criminalize somebody being a dirtbag. And if anything, in extreme cases where you get a dude having kids and he's a dirtbag, you fucking castrate the motherfucker. Not ruining people financially. Like that shit is not cool. Mark Summers are because some bitch get mad and gets bitter and crying about shit. This shouldn't be the support of bitter crybaby bitches. And then Mark Summers says a lot of people I know says avoided child support by keeping cool with their baby mamas. Says I know a lot of black men says used to be in and out of jail says because they wouldn't pay child support. And you shouldn't be in jail, but there's a lot of white folks who are in and out of jail for child support. It showed that the majority of people on child support is white. In on the county, that's the other thing. They're on TANF. And then CJ says, why does the government go after people to repay the welfare benefit received? Says when it's already paid for with our tax dollars. Exactly. That means they got to go back and look at this fucking law because there's so much shit. And that's where you get with like Trump and the one looking to government spending, how money's going there. There's a lot of this motherfucking money that is going into this damn coffer and shit that isn't being properly looked at and accounted for. Like this shit is ridiculous. And the fact that tax money is put in these programs, you're not losing anything. These are tax dollars. And they turn around and criminalize people. I didn't know you can even go to jail over child support. I did not know that shit. That shit is ridiculous. And now I've heard about people who have owed this back money and had money garnished and take from. That shit is not cool at all, man. That shit is not cool. I feel sorry for y'all that go through that shit. And then CJ says that will be like making prisoners pay for being taken care of, says by our tax dollars when they get out of jail. Right. And then King Porter's right hand says, facts, CJ. And then Picasso says, life seems to be life seems too similar to a game of Monopoly. Says dog eat dog, says fake it till you make it, etc. Says only the strong will survive. Says look both ways before crossing the street. Prenuptial, strap up, good luck. But they gotta change these stupid ass laws, man. I did not know this is what this shit was. That shit is not cool. But it goes to explain why some dirty broads can use that money for themselves and their kids look so fucking filthy and funky. But the bitch clean. She got all type of dudes in and out the house. And this is probably why they said that. And even when they wrote the law that a dude can't be president and all that shit was the most ridiculous shit ever as well. The most ridiculous dude should be there. Maybe the bitch should get off that shit. Maybe people are applying for that shit because they need help. Because you don't address inflation and people are falling behind catching hell. Not that you need you need to pay us back. What the fuck is wrong with these fools? And I guarantee it goes back more into the racial side of American politics. Picasso says I never had a girlfriend. Says when I was entering active duty training, says I did 3 months tanker. Says in 3 months plus. Says for basic and medical training. Says basically says I did. Says basically I did basic training twice. Says it took a toll on me. Now when I was in basic, man, we was singing that Jody cadence and shit. And seeing them fools, you see them fools because you have the drill sergeant to sing the cadence and you gotta repeat that shit back. You hear motherfuckers who couldn't even want to say that shit back because the cadence was something about Jody fucking your girl and all this other shit. I'm like, damn. And in the military, you had a lot of folk that you talking about DNA testing, homie. That shit should be mandatory in the military. Them chicks in there knocking off. Man. That's why I seen the first extreme levels of suckers out here, people desperate to be with someone, and bitches taking advantage of living their best life. Going around just fucking as much as they want, being taken care of by a sucker who's gonna be constantly in the field and in battle. When they ain't in the field and in battle, being super lovey and dubby and hoping to God that a war gets started, you die and they get your damn war benefits. I've seen so much of this scumbaggery, homie. And then Midtown says another good topic yesterday. Appreciate that. Light Skin Kelly says, regardless what these baby daddies with Chuck Taylor says it takes real men to raise a child. It did Jashawn says in order to get the government assistance like Medicaid, SNAP, Section 8, says the government be requiring these women says to put their baby fathers on child. That shit is cold and dirty. Oh my God, that shit is foul. That shit is super duper foul as hell, god damn it. I did not know a lot of this shit was popping off like that. And then Sarah says, men will put themselves on child support, says thinking they are providing for the children, not knowing what they are really doing. Not giving nothing to your child. And you paying it and shit and still having to pay for your child. And you can't tell this bitch, why you ain't buying this for my kid? The police, he acting crazy. He going crazy. Oh, Lord. He threatened my life and this and that. And now you caught up in some new shit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Get your black ass on the ground. Oh, shit, he got a gun. Oh, my God. Over child support, bitch. You motherfucker. CJ says, sperm theft is crazy. No, and that's in the NBA shit. You had a lot of that shit. You used to have, especially back in the 90s, man. I forget who wrote that shit in Sports Illustrated or something. This is before the internet. It was or somebody in an article where they were talking about where they'll go to broads homes or get a hotel room, smash these broads, and these fools will throw the damn condom in the damn trash or some shit. Or the bras are going there and base themselves and shit. Go back in there, find a condom, pull that shit out and inject that shit in themselves. Or if the woman providing the common condom, they done poke holes in that shit. Like, man, it's a lot of scandalous shit. And then they legally have found the loopholes in these sorry ass politicians' laws, pop up pregnant, and boom, you the daddy. This shit is wild and funky as a motherfucker. And then King Port's right hand says they put it on people's credit report too. Says if they fall behind. Says I guess they deem it okay. Says if the mother falls on financially difficult times. Says but it is the father and he's on child support. It's another story. And that shit is not cool. And that goes back to what listening to this recent story with Wilder and shit. Is that even looking at the Wilders, days go by and you just get more to like really look at this shit, look at it in all these angles, is how unappreciative a lot of these bitches is. Here's a motherfucker, a millionaire that came into this broad life, that came in here and became a male role model, male figure in her child's life. She's a single mother. She done ran the father away and shit. And then for her to take all that shit for granted, to use the system to play this motherfucker, he done threatened me, he beating on me to remove this motherfucker. And then this fool just too kind for his own heart, not looking at the game of this nigga having that much compassion and care, bring y'all in, wanting to create family, and it was too much for this broad. To where she took that for granted and wanted to dismantle and break all the shit. This nigga, out of the kindness of his heart, put some motherfuckers on his wheel. Put them on his will to divide his money up with his biological kids. And these broads run to the courts and to law enforcement. Fuck that shit, man. These broads need to be slapped in their head through changing in laws. Fuck all that shit. Get these hoes up. We got the internet now. These hoes can show they funky pussy. Some show they feet to these weird ass fools and they can make money that way. But all this shit of criminalizing this shit is a no-go. No-go. Oh. Jashawn says, hoes swallowed us to swallow that nut, laugh out loud. Now, I don't know if they can put it back in them. I don't know if they can do that shit and put it like, nah. That's what they come up with Krishan Rock, baby. Let me not say that shit. I don't want to say, but you know what I mean. Doing that shit, being desperate. There's a lot of these desperate bitches because they want to use the system to lock in some more wealthy fool. Like, hell no. Nah. I'm gonna run over to the fucking toilet, bitch. We're gonna fuck right near this bathroom door. When I gotta go, I'm running out this motherfucker, going right to the toilet to bust it in there. Don't bust on no bitch face and all that other shit on her butt. She'll fuck around, wipe that shit off her and get the playing in her cat. You thinking this, oh yeah, I got me a little freak. Oh shit, look at this bitch. You done bust all over her stomach and gut, and she in there looking at you while you hitting, like knowing everything about you. This motherfucker just got a $2.8 trillion contract. Oh yeah, that bitch just turned up. The coochie getting real wet. She pulled out of her playbook a super freaky hoism and just letting you go. Oh, you going crazy in that motherfucker. You done bust all over her stomach and titties. Said, woo, good job. I know this bitch ain't getting pregnant. Now she taking your shit and she wiping it all near the coochie. And you like, oh shit, this bitch is with it. I need round two. And bam, them motherfucking sperm cells is rushing. They run into an egg, and that bitch done hit the lottery on your stupid ass. And now she come back later. She was just something you was hidden. And now she come back, stomach and big. You follow her on damn, what we got now? Facebook and Instagram. And some of y'all on TikTok can watch them and shit. And there's probably some other shit out there too. And now you see her stomach getting big. And now she's showing pictures of your ass. And you going crazy. What the fuck that happened? I ain't busting this bitch. I bust on top and he like, oh, fuck. I didn't stop her from playing with herself. Oh, shit. She touched this shit. Chemical reactions. And your ass is fucked. And now you gotta do the Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, much as that shit seemed, because it's the first time I think people heard that shit, it seemed extreme to be like, he ain't trying to take his spot. No, it wasn't his fault. He was one of these old impoverished, lazy ass, don't want to do nothing broad, because it's the other side of shit. That's why I say I be wanting chicks that work. Some chicks think it ain't their job to have to work. They talk all this being the take care of the house and all that. Fuck all that. The hell, I don't need you cooking and cleaning and all that shit. I don't want no broad that's just there for that. Like, you're not my slave. I'm not gonna treat you like a slave. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. You ain't gotta make plates for me and do none of this. Our job is to be human with one another, make each other happy. I never delved into them old ass concepts that some niggas buy into. Bitch, you gotta be in here scrubbing the house and doing this and cooking your dinner when you walk in. They feel I don't need a broad doing that shit. I don't want my broad feeling like she's serving to me. Katie Porter's right hand says, "Damn, that's a cold game." Hell yeah, it's a cold game. That shit foul as hell. Like, and then bro, that's why I would never take a comment. That be fools be like, me, I used to be with the raw doggy gang, man. I pull out on the raw doggy. And then SF says, the child support shit says be many as fuck. Says I got a couple of folks says that done been through it. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't got to go through it. And I hope I don't never got to go through. Can't say I can't go through it because I do got kids under 18. What's up, Deshaun? Go ahead. You on mute. You on mute if you talking. Go ahead. You got to cook.
Nah, I was saying like it's foul because like you can't. They talking about, man, in order for them to get like government assistance, like I was saying, that the man cannot be in the household. So if they got basically they force, like a lot of them be like, man, I'm gonna put them on there so I can get that SNAP, the WIC, the Section 8. That should be foul. That's why I say, like, I feel like you gotta keep that outside the household. Like, you gotta keep that outside the household. I hope y'all can figure something out. Like, if you take your baby father to court, like it's not really in the best interest of the kids. Let's just keep it 100. Like, it's not at all, because all it's gonna do is, like, a lot of them they not even that child support is not even regulated, so you don't know where it's going to, what's it being spent on. So this woman could be doing all type of stuff with it. That shit do not be going back to the kid. I seen it firsthand with the homie. This is my boy, right? This the girl I was telling you about that I was messing with, that was messing with all the homies and shit, but she put him on it, right? Because she was mad that he got a new girl. They ended up having a baby together recently, like about a year ago. But she went to one of his family members, had a baby shower. So she showed up. She going at it with the aunts, arguing, threatening his aunties and shit, cussing him out, trying to fight this new girl. So she bitter, right? Then she go turn around and be like, "Oh, he ain't taking care of his daughter," but it's like you not letting him see his daughter. So he's like, he kind of like forced to not. He can't even like, he don't even like. It's fucked up because it's like he not really claiming her like that, but the mama won't allow to because she in her feelings, she hurt. So she acting crazy. She threatening him, trying to beat up his baby moms, the current one. So she moved out of state. She in Washington, like Tacoma. So now, without him knowing, she put him on it. So now he fighting in the court, like between. I'm not sure how it works in Washington, like the laws and shit, but yeah, he going through that shit right now.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I couldn't deal with that kind of shit. I could not deal with no kind of shit like that, man. And the fact that these courts don't even give you a voice of them. Like they were saying, you don't even got to go through. You don't even have a right to a trial or anything. You just get put on this shit and have to fight in this shit. Oh, I want to pull up some of these things, these little short clips I found here on Instagram. It's a lot of people going through this shit.
I got another good one for you.
Okay.
Child support is based on guidelines, not laws. They are the outlaws, not you. So if you receive a debt claim against you by the child support agency, respond in written form. Send a written notice that you are requesting for their state guidelines, okay? And that may cause your case to close immediately because they don't want you knowing the truth. This book, your VIP. I got another good one for you. Get ready to take notes. You're going to want to save this one because the Supreme Court declared child support is unconstitutional. And when
Yeah, but that shit need to be written off the fucking laws. Let me see.
Dude,
I don't care if you've been on child support for 30 years and your kids got kids. Those child support arrears are not going anywhere until one of y'all die. Unless it is challenged from the very beginning, like I did. These are the 5 principles that must take place in every child support case. There must be a summons. 2, there must be a complaint or a petition. 3, there must be a proof of service. 4, if the person doesn't show up, there's a default judgment. That's optional. Now 5, there's an actual judgment. These are the principles that must be present in every child support case. And all of those documents must be under the seal of the court and signed by the clerk thereof, pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1691 and Scamby versus Tryon. This is not my opinion. These are the facts. If those documents are not done correctly in the very beginning, everything after that never happened. It is a void judgment. Void judgments are void, past, present, and future. Do your own research.
If you're a father in child support, please listen closely and save this video. As of 2024, the Supreme Court has made it a lot easier for you to challenge child support. So if you've been put on child support, whether it's through a default order or part of divorce proceedings, or whatever the case may be, you can still get your child support case overturned. I am living proof, which I'm about to show you. But the main purpose of this video is to show you the principles behind what I use in order to challenge child support, which stems from SEC versus Jarkessi 2024 case. So here's my proof. Notice of administrative review decision, levy, and termination. Child Support Services has reviewed your account. The following decision was made. The levy for arrears was released in full on February 6, 2025 on Navy Federal Credit Union checking and savings accounts ending in blah, blah, blah. The 4D account, which is the child support case account, was terminated and closed February 6, 2025, the same date. And this was all done through administrative procedure. I didn't even have to go to court. Now, is this me claiming that anyone can do this without going to court? Hell no. Some of you may have to go to court. However, the following Supreme Court case gives you all the ammunition that you need. Now, the following parts of this case that I'm about to read is so essential because it proves how the courts of the day, or the so-called administrative courts of today, are actually working to violate the rights of the people. And one of the things about case law in general that I appreciate and love is how some judges will give a thorough education on the history of things. And in this case in particular, this judge gave a thorough history in how admiralty courts were used in colonial times and how you can compare it to today. So let's start. If administrative proceedings like Mr. Jarkessi seem a thoroughly modern development, the British government and its agents engaged in a strikingly similar strategy in colonial America. And pay attention to the verbiage that they're using. Colonial administrators routinely steered enforcement actions out of local courts and into vice admiralty tribunals where they thought they would win more often. These tribunals lacked juries. They lacked truly independent judges, and the procedures materially differed from those available in everyday common law courts. Quick side note, this case also proves that many of us who are mislabeled sovereign citizens by media sources are actually spot on in our assessment, critique, and
This they talking sovereign citizenship. I don't know how true that shit is, then. But yeah, but I think like some people, like we were having the other day, we were on the doing the music shit, and like people having this defeatist attitude towards challenging that shit. I would challenge the fuck out of that shit. Ain't no way I'm about to just sit there and take this shit. And I think there needs to be stronger pushes. They have these advocacy groups who need to really get on the floor within state government and as well as federal government and they have to overturn this shit and look at it. Not to abolish it, because there are some people who need to pay that shit, who are kind of deadbeats. But then how do you go about that shit? If you
It
got
gotta
these
be
benefit
more.
programs, you probably shouldn't even go at that shit. I don't know. There gotta be a way of going at the people who are doing that shit,
And
or at
then
least
you gotta get.
wait, hold on. Let me say this, or at least have it to where these people can give their side of what's really going on in the dynamic of their family. Is it truly a situation where they're not being non-custodial? You have a woman who is forcefully keeping these children away and trying to add this goddamn stigma on the dude that he is non-supportive and not in his children's lives. That shit is not fucking cool. That a motherfucker does not get a voice to speaking this in court and having this be a case by case situation. And regardless of a person getting on welfare, they should be allowed to get on welfare to help them out for whatever they're getting, because it's coming out the taxpayers' money to fund this shit. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say it gotta be more public outcry. Like if it ain't enough public outcry where they can go to courts and really question this, and it's not really gonna change because everybody's kind of like accepting it. Kind of like how you know how we was like, you know what, I ain't really trying to go to court and go back and forth and pay out my pocket, and then I got other stuff. I might have something else going on like that I gotta tend to or take care of. Now I have this on my head, this on my mind. So I think just a lot of people just rather not deal with it. Because if you look at it, I think it's about like 80% of women, they the ones that file.
Right.
So the data and the stats show that the women is the ones they run into the courts. So a lot of men is like, bro, you don't want to deal. You already dealing with what y'all got going on. Then you add into that. And then I think a lot of dudes think about, I really don't want to put my son or daughter through this. So you know what? We just gonna have to go to court. You gonna win, and if I can get custody or not, it is what it is. You feel me? Or I just, I'm saying, I'm just gonna pay whatever percentage they take out of my check. I'm just gonna pay. I be seeing dudes be paying. They be saying it's foul. It's like the IRS. They come through, work, get your check. Damn, I gotta take this percentage out of my check and give it to child support, and the child support ain't even going to your kid. That shit going to her, she's spending it elsewhere. That's the problem.
Yeah, and see, that's when dudes start having the issues when they looking at that shit and they see their kids ain't nothing reflecting to the kids. It's when they want to run back to the courts and then want to put up the fights over that shit. Because like you was bringing up about one of your homies, man. That's how one of my homie's sister, but his sister was like a hoe. She's just having kids by multiple dudes, even putting kids on other people who they wasn't theirs. It was one day we was out there and this chick, where she come, I don't know, she come back from getting some back payment or it was her getting her child support increased or some shit. One of the dudes got a new job or something. And she come with a printout of how much she was making off, because the chick didn't work. She barely even watched her fucking kids. She out there on the neighborhood in there smoking with another dude who she fucking on the side, who is one of the homies, and bragging about how much she getting from, I think she had like 4 different baby fathers at that time, bragging about how much she was getting this shit. And I looked at her like, you fucking bitch. And then when I see her at times, I'll be like, what's up, bitch? And that's how I would address her, like, because that's really what she was. And her children, when you see the children, wasn't none of that shit going to them kids. Them kids' lives turned to living hell. That chick didn't give a fuck about her role as a mother and ensuring the best for these kids. It was all about her funky ass. And that's why I start calling her bitch. It was because her daughter, it wasn't over that shit. It was not that long after. Her youngest daughter, who was probably like 1 or 2, this chick in the car smoking with this dude. Her little daughter walking the street and the car almost hit her. The car blowing a horn. And when I look up, and the dude she in the car with, who don't give a fuck, he on, because the car on the street side. He right there knowing damn well he saw that little baby in the street, and her ass in there come jumping out her car. And I'm like, you little stupid ass bitch. Like, you a funky. That's why I start calling her that shit. And this a bitch out here getting money off of this child from a fucking dude. And then her shit was a sucker situation. It was almost some like wilder shit where this older dude she's fucking with, she got like 5 or 6 kids at this time. This dude accepted that chick, brought his kids and brought all of her kids in his house, was providing them stability and shit. This chick I see in the neighborhood, this bitch out there getting fucked on the side, ends up pregnant. She knows she was fucking. When she pop up pregnant, like she gonna pop up to her husband that she was that they got a kid on the way. That fool look at her like, the fuck you talking about? He got his shit he had got his shit snipped. And she didn't know about that shit. And then that's what fuck that fool immediately put all their asses out. And then that's when they find out somebody that I know was the one fucking with her. And then she fucked up his situation with his family and shit.
Nah,
It's
for
like,
real.
man, I see a lot of this foul shit, but she can go about doing all this reckless shit that all these other fools on child support who was there in them kids' lives. Like, this bitch was foul, except her first two kids. She know who the fuck their fathers was.
Nah, was the the crazy thing about it though, man. I used to mess with this girl. The girl I'm talking about, I used to mess with her, and I think back, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I got away from her because this fight could have been me for sure right now. But
Yeah.
nah, the other homie, I got another homie. I'm like, because me and the homie, we be going hooping and shit. I'm like, what's going on? What, you know, the homie, what's going on? He like, man, he stressed out over his girl or something. I guess he in court fighting for custody. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, but it's the type of women too though. Like, I be trying to tell dudes, man, them's not the type of women you want to be dealing with. And he stressed out. He going through it in court. He can't even think straight. His mind all over. I'm like, damn, bro, that's how these females be out here doing it. Then it's like, they don't. It's the foul part about it, like we was talking about, is that the money never go to where it's supposed to. So it's
Yeah,
like, you
absolutely.
paying 18 years, and then by the time these kids grown, they keep talking about, yeah, it's gonna go towards their college tuition and schooling or whatever you want to do. And when it's time to go to school, where the fuck is this money at?
Yeah.
Where this money they keep talking about that they done paid 18 years child support? Like, where is it at?
Because and that's how I think a lot of these kids who end up in these single mother type homes, and they know that the father paying child support, they be looking forward of like, where's my money at?
Exactly.
I know I got some money that you've been saving for me, because I ain't been seeing none of this shit. And they'll have massive fallouts with their damn parents, the mother and the child, over that shit. Like, you've been living off of all my money that my pop's been pouring into you, and you ain't got shit to show for me. You ain't got shit to pass along to me. Like, that shit ain't cool.
It's not.
That shit is not cool. And even allow bras to, on the other end, a bra get all these decisions to terminate people's kids, adopt out their kids, keep you away from the kids, move around and all. I seen people do that shit. Move around, move here to keep them. Like, that shit ain't cool.
Yeah, but
And therefore, you should not have a child support system if you haven't brought all these dynamics. Like, what weird motherfucker will write this law and not look at the full dynamics of shit? You just look at the worst spectrum of the situation, and that being a fool out here just knocking a bitch up and moving on. And some of the times it ain't in the case that a fool that knocked the broad and move on. This can be two people that just doing some old sneak shit, messing around, knowing they ain't supposed to have nothing going on. They probably with other people. And this shit just happens and have no idea to even knock this broad up. Like, that's some way out shit, man.
You're going to see a lot more, because now it's just everybody is prior towards them. It's a one night stand type of thing, or nah, we ain't really fucking with each other like that. And you see a lot of people, you like, damn, bro, y'all just was together. Now 2 months later, it's over with, and now she pregnant, and it's a whole nother case of child support going on. Yeah,
that shit is not cool. I can't rock with that shit not one bit.
But it's crazy. Like, when it's time when they need the Pampers and they need some milk, they never have money, but you paying child support. You paying all this stuff. Where's that going? Why when it's time when the baby need milk or when the baby need Pampers, like, you always saying you don't got no money? Like, what is you doing? Like, that's what be getting to me.
Or they need clothes and shoes and this and that shit. Like,
fuck is you doing? That's what I'll be like. What do y'all be doing? Like, this should be like a fucking it's like a scam for real. Like, it's just like taking all this money and nobody know where it's going. You don't got no receipts saying where the money's being spent to. Like it needs to be somebody. It needs to be something. If they had this, it got to be something regulated for where you know where the money is going. You can't just give it to them, bro.
And that's just like the law said. The law said they ain't even got to spend it on the child. I'm like, damn.
Crazy. You taking care of them. You ain't taking care of your child. You taking care of them.
Facts. Yeah, that's all it is. What's up, Mark? You on mute. You on mute if you out there.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Go ahead, cook.
What's popping with you, man? How you feel?
Oh, good. Go ahead, cook.
I'm cooking, nigga. I'm saying hello first, nigga. We on the clock. You about to go run some out?
No, when you in here, say hello. I want you to cook on the topic so we can keep flowing.
Yeah. Hey, look. I had a question real quick, based on because you played the video, but I didn't hear them explain how is child support unconstitutional. Did y'all go over that yet?
No, they got on you talking on them the Instagram ones?
Yeah, because I was watching the show in the background. Oh, well, not in the background. I was watching the show before I clicked in, and you was going through some clips, but I heard somebody say it, but they didn't break down how it's unconstitutional. And I heard some people saying it before, but then you clicked on somebody else who did the sovereign citizen thing, and I'm like, I ain't trying that shit.
Yeah.
I don't wish nobody to try their sovereign citizen shit in the courtroom.
Yeah, but because it's a lot of like short clips that I was.
But on the topic though, two quick stories, right? Because y'all spoke about both of them. I'll do one first. They definitely treat the child support system differently for men and women, right? Absolutely. You guys said somebody was like, hey, look, go through, you do this, you don't show up, get a summary judgment, I'm sitting there listening, I'm like, that depends if that's what that judge want to do. Because peep this shit, man, and this some foul shit. I got a homie. Dude goes pick up his son, right? He co-parenting with the baby moms, right? Right here in the same city. He keeping the kid for the weekend. He about to drop his son off. And the son is like, basically, in not so many words, lets him know, I want to stay with you. My mom is about to go to Africa. He was like, what? He was like, yeah, she's going to Africa. Oh, no, I'm sorry. At this point, she's already gone. She is gone. He was like, what? He was like, what you mean? So basically, he picking him up and dropping him off with her boyfriend. She don't messed around and moved to Africa, bro. Over there working. So he was like, he calls, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep my son over here with me since you out of town, blah, blah, blah. She was like, no, you're gonna drop him off. It was a whole big deal. They had a whole argument, bro. He didn't drop him off. He kept him all week. Bro, by the end of the week or the next week on Monday, let's just say a week, less than a week, he had a notice to appear in court for contempt, for not following through. She flies back from Africa, goes to court, basically tell the judge he ain't sticking with it. And the judge tells him, you pay child support. He was like, yeah, but I'm paying child support to her, but she ain't even here. She's in Africa. But keep in mind, he's not talking. The lawyer's talking for him. And he was like, bro, everybody was against me, Nash. He was like, everybody in there was a woman. I was the only man there. You know what I'm saying? Man. Like the judge is a woman, my lawyer is a woman, she's the woman, her lawyer is the woman. Like it was just, and she was just, my lawyer was just telling me to be quiet. He said, bro, the judge ended that session, that emergency hearing, with them saying, hey, look, you still got to drop that child off there with her boyfriend, because she went in there and told the judge and everybody, well, she has a close relationship with his family, and her family still comes over there and spend time with the child. So he's paying child support to her every month, and she's in another country. Plot twist. Some time goes by. They break up because while she in Africa, she get pregnant by another nigga over there in Africa, bro. She get pregnant by an African dude. Get what I'm saying? But time is going by, and she's missing hearing after hearing. Like, she just not showing up to court. And the judge is just like, well, I give her more time, and I'll give her more time. He's like, bro, they would not give you and I that no time like that. They would. And like, when I saw this nigga's face while we were talking about it, because I wanted to do a show about this one time, and I wanted to come over and tell the story. But he was so upset, and he was like almost near tears talking about it. He said, yo, the girl, he was talking like she, at that point, she probably was like $30,000 or $40,000 in arrears, bro. He was like, bro, she's never gonna pay this money, bro. I know her. And the kid is getting older and older and older. Time is going by, years have passed. She show up to court when she want to, don't show up. They give her hearings, they give her extensions. They at least now what they do is now they finally did give him custody, because obviously when she got pregnant by the African dude, that nigga broke up with her. And he was sitting in court like, and you told me to keep taking my son back over there. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point now he don't fire that lawyer. And it's just him and his wife in there talking to the judge now, because at this point, I don't need no lawyer to show up who ain't doing nothing. I'm showing up for court, and it ain't even nobody on the other side. And you giving like extensions and just, bro, long story less long, that shit ain't about men. It shit that it ain't about the system. It's about how that system views men versus women. And did my homeboy totally dirty. And he's still going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get her to pay the rears. At least he has full custody now.
Oh,
but
that's all I asked. Yeah, no, go ahead.
He got full custody of his son at this point, because she's still in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Or she come back and forth whenever she feel like it. He said, but you and I, they would have took our passport. They would have said, nah, you can't leave once you came back over here. Right. You know, they would have took your driver's license, your passport. No, you got to come deal with this. You going to jail too. They will put a warrant out for you for child support. Her come and go as she please, do what she want to do. Don't have another baby. The reason why they finally had to give him custody, because when she got pregnant by the other dude, they broke up.
And now that motherfucker,
and she stopped fighting.
Child support.
But the crazy part is, he was having to pay child support to her while she wasn't even in the country, bro. He paying child support, and the kid is staying with her boyfriend, not no fiance, not no husband. They ain't got no kids together. Her boyfriend, 5 days a week. And I got my son on the weekend, and I got to drop my kid off with your boyfriend while you in Africa and getting tossed up and fucked up by Hakeem Olajuwon nephew or something.
And so it sounded like it got reversed to where she was having to pay child support.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But she never paid and has never paid.
And she got to be a citizen, yeah.
Yeah, she's a citizen here. She's an American citizen. She went over there for some work and ended up getting that work.
Yeah, no, that shit foul, man. That's why I be like, man, I'm glad I ain't got to go through that shit. But like I say, you can never say never at any time that we. But I will be in court. I will fight that shit. I will fight that shit. They ain't about to be accepting that shit.
Then the other thing, y'all was talking about how somebody take care of people. I knew this shorty. She had 4 kids. A dude married her, took her on with 4 kids, bro. And I want to say she had 4 baby daddies too. 4 kids, 4 baby daddies, right? Took her on, had 2 kids with her. The chick started cheating on him. Gets fucking HIV, bro.
Damn.
Goes to the church and gets and they go to church, right? And the pastor basically said, "Hey, look, tell the dude to stay with his wife." The pastor told him to stay with her. Like, yeah, just work it out with her. And you said, and we'll just wear condoms.
And that's what he get for listening to a suck-ass pastor.
And she got mad at the pastor for like, getting in my marriage. She was like, well, I married y'all. You know, y'all met at my church. I married y'all. I was in it. So, yeah. So he was like, yeah, just wear protection to stay with your wife. You won't get it. God told me you won't get it as long as you wear protection. She got mad at the nigga because he was asleep with her without the condom. Knowing she got HIV, got mad at the dude. Goes out, gets a fucking another STD, and he finds the medicine. And that's when they broke up. You know, that girl took that man to the cleanest for all 6 of them kids.
Wouldn't have him pay on that shit?
Yeah, because he took them in. He adopted them. These my kids now.
Man,
That
these
nigga,
suckers out here, man.
bro. When we looked up, homie was dead probably like 3 or 4 years later. They said he had a heart attack. Some people saying he had a heart attack. Some people was like, oh, she mussed around and gave him the HIV and he died and of it. So it was always rumors around the town what might have happened to him. But I was like, yo, if I'm paying child support for 6 kids and only 2 of them mine, that shit would give me a heart attack too. You know what I'm saying? That should have stressed you out. But that's all I wanted to say about that right there. I passed the mic though. Appreciate you letting me cook though.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, he was too much in love with that, bro. I ain't no way I would have dealt with that shit. But it's a lot of these fools who accept women like that. Like the story I was telling, it was the same thing. That chick had a couple of like different fathers, man, for her kids and shit. And that fool still took them kids in. These wasn't young kids. They were probably middle school. Yeah, middle school to 4th and 5th grade that this fool brought in because he was pussy whipped. He was pussy whipped, older dude, lonely. Brought this bitch back on the block, getting knocked down by fools. And then the one homie messing with her, knocked her up, lost his family behind that shit. It's like none of that shit cool. Even with somebody else I knew, man, where she was married, and I forget how that shit went that her husband was responsible for the kids she had, but she was still fucking with the dude. I was like, I never understood that shit. The dude who was the actual father of the kids would still be coming over there. He was smashing this chick. He was still smashing this lady, but never had the responsibility. And it's my neighbor. It was my old neighbor and shit. The one I tell the story about getting shot. His broad. That motherfucker had kids and was twins, and they was put on this dude. But it was a dude who was always coming around there still, who was the actual father of them kids, and never had to pay child support. It was put on her husband. I was like, that shit is way the fuck out.
That weird shit, I ain't gonna lie. I got my grandma. I had my grandma that passed. She has my cousins and shit. Like he basically was like, basically because they dad was like in and out of jail and shit. He came in the picture and he was taking care of them like they was his kids. They was all on the wheel and shit. I think they probably still is, but one of my other cousins, he was like, man, she was more so. She was like, nah, she ain't, because he wanted all them to change their last name to his last name, and she wasn't with that. She was like, nah, I'm keeping my original last name. This nigga ain't my daddy and shit. So I think he probably took off the wheel because of that. I'm pretty sure he did. I know he did for a fact, but she wasn't with that. Like,
wait, who did this?
This is my grandfather. This is not my. I say my grandfather. I said this is my grandmother, one of her ex-husbands.
Did that to one of his sons?
Yeah, he was like she met a dude. He was like I never. You feel me? He used to call like we'd go see him like, man, this nigga ain't our grandfather, man. Fuck up out of here. But he was playing that role. Some of my cousins, they was like, yeah, he is. But some was like, nah, we ain't feeling this dude.
Oh, they like Wilder's stepson and shit.
Yeah.
But I think a dude got to be stupid as fuck to accept that role. I understand you may love a broad like that. It depends on how grounded that chick is with her role as a mother. Like some people, you fall in love with these old club ass broads, and then they got a child. You accept this role, but I can see if the father's still there. Like it's nothing worse than a broad that a father is still there, and she one of these broads trying to hurt this motherfucking keep the father out the child's life, and then moving on and introducing new dudes to play the role of dad. And even I even seen bras where they have the kids call this new motherfucker that they've been with some time dad and shit. Like hell fucking no. I'd be like, man, I'd be seeing some of the craziest dynamics and that some fools will stay in that shit. Like that dude who I was talking about to bring that chick into his house and shit. And her to take that for granted. It's like you gotta be a real sick-minded chick to take that shit for granted. Like you done found stability in your kids' world. You've been financially all over the place, not helping with the child support you've been getting from their fathers and shit. And you still out here living a reckless life because you can't control your PO. Like that shit, this shit is wild to me, man.
That's why kids is down there part of they like it's kind of like it's like the marriage shit. Like they like the, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you can use them for leverage in the courts, for leverage for the man if he want to deal with his kid. It's like he gonna do whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever you saying or whatever you trying to get him to agree to, he gonna do it just so he can have the kids. He want to see his kids. But a lot of women use that as an advantage. That should be, and it's like it's really nothing you can really do about it too. You know what I'm saying? Because like who can you go to? Nobody. Can't run to the courts. Ain't gonna favor you. So it's like you gotta put up with it. That's why niggas gotta start being smarter about who they fucking with instead of just fucking with anybody just because they
Yeah,
look good.
yeah, that's the key. That's the fucking key. 'Cause a lot of these pretty bras be fucked up in they fucking head.
Everyone I see, I always ask them. I be telling me like, man, bro, they be having kids. I'm like, man, I already know you already know what's going on, but you know, you just be trying to, you know, get the little intricate details and shit. But none of them be with the father. Now, most of them talk to them. None of them is with their father. You know, none with the baby father. They gone. Like you, like what the fuck going on, y'all?
Man,
24 years old, 22 years old. You ain't with the father already.
yeah, wasn't they asked why do more guys don't fight for their parental? I think a lot of dudes just ignorant. I think fools don't read the laws. They don't look at rights, what rights they have, how to defend against that shit. And some people just don't want to deal with the court system. They don't want to deal with the headache. Some of them probably don't want to deal with the time spent of how to go through that shit. Some people may think they have to have a lawyer. They don't have the finances to fund that shit. So they accept with whatever default is. I think that's what it is. Some people put up the fight, and some people may like, man, sometimes it ain't even worth throwing the money at that shit. Some people just don't want to deal with the headache of wasting the time going through that shit or hearing, hearing the nightmare stories of people who have went through these fights and poured the money into it and not to win that shit and be out of whatever thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like they'll just wait till the kids get of age and then the kids will start to get understanding. I'll be hearing that from a lot of older people
I don't know.
that have these same dynamics, and then the kids will finally get the stories from their fathers. Sometimes the kids be fucked up and scarred from that shit.
I don't know because that's what the part when they around. Because I know I know you ain't going around. Most men is not going around telling their kids, oh, your mother ain't shit. he don't care for you. He don't want nothing to do with you. But we know that's not always the case on the other spectrum. So if
Yeah,
you gotta
women
deal
with
with
that
that,
shit.
and then you deal with her family and all, they be putting stuff in your head. You know what I'm saying? I done seen this firsthand where the dad he want to be involved, but the mother is constantly putting stuff in their kid head, especially your son. So a lot of dudes going up, man, I hating their father and shit because the mother ain't never spoke highly of him, and then you don't really know because you never been in the picture. So you grow up hating them till you turn 18 and you get the full story and you be like, damn, got a scandalous ass mama. I didn't see you.
Yup. Yeah,
Shit is
sometimes yeah, no, go ahead.
I said such a fucked up game though because it's not even the fact that it's the system is killing you, and then the fact that the baby mama talking crazy about you and putting shit on your name. It's not true. You know it's not true, but it's like, damn, bro, like I can't really fight against it because I don't have my kids. They can't see for themselves.
Right.
They can't see for themselves, and it's just, you just going off the mom. You're gonna favor the mom and her side of the family because they're the ones you're around.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
like all this war strategy people play with the kids and all that shit. That shit is not cool
it's like
whatsoever.
that should be so sickening because it's like putting like a lot of kids. They talk about when they get older. They talk about, man, they see their parents in court fighting and they remember this, and then a lot of them go through the same thing. The fucked up part about it, like, yeah, my mother and father was together for a little bit, and then they end up going to court. They back and forth in court fighting it. They seeing this, and they think this is like something that's normal and something that's supposed to be a thing. And it's not. That shit is not regular. Like These women be hella selfish. I'm telling you.
Let me see this from Picasso. He said, I fought for joint custody and the courts ran over me. He says, don't ever ever go to court without a lawyer. He says, I got railroaded constantly. He says, I had a very popular lawyer. It says $3.75 per hour. It's crazy hearing these sorry ass lawyers talk this shit about their hourly rates. So my lawyer had 35 to 40. He may not give a fuck about your case neither. Some lawyers may not give a damn about your case. You ain't nothing but a person that's there to finance their livelihood and shit. So my lawyer had 35 to 40 years in the game. Says so they knew the judge. Says like a neighbor. Says they were classmates at one point. Says the system is made and used as a weapon against black men. Says not only black, says but most. And then Deuce talking NBA. Man, Deuce, I ain't talking no NBA shit, bro. I'm just talking this title and then I'm out. I didn't want to cloud this with other topics like I usually do.
Nah, for sure. Nah, I get it, but we like I said, when y'all was talking about it last night, I'm totally with y'all. Like everybody, everybody ain't trying to deal with this, bro. This ain't something that niggas give a fuck about like that. They just want to take care of their kids, bro. Niggas don't know the laws because, bro, nobody really trying to go through this. Like, who trying to spend money and give money to the court?
Right. Because that's even like with marriage, the way people weaponize marriage. Like, that's like the other day I was talking about that shit. I'm like, damn, where's the damn playbook on that shit? Like, it got to be a playbook on that. Like, where do you find the rules? And people have turned that shit. And you cannot allow to where women are taught how to use everything as a setup to protect themselves. And there shouldn't be loopholes in the laws to where it can be used against you. Like one things are meant for civil union, nuclear family dynamics, and now people can deconstruct that shit and turn it into a monetary gain. Like that shit ain't cool, man. That's why I don't fuck with marriage. And he said this ain't no trauma bond. This is about talking real shit. You want to talk trauma bond about some niggas on the basketball court fighting that nobody give a fuck about.
Nah, Barry, look, I've been against that shit forever. I know it's in the Bible, in order for people to have intercourse, you want marriage first, right? That shit is like, man, that shit is fucking out. I've been against that, like, especially when you see these modern feminist type movements and these women just using it as leverage to take a house you got or a car,
right?
Type of property you own. Fuck no. Why would I want to get married? And they not gonna sign the prenup for sure.
Man,
they're not gonna sign it. A lot of these women don't got. Listen, I told this female, I said, bro, ain't no nigga going around and gonna marry you because you got money. They don't care. You can wear Payless shoes. Niggas ain't worried about what you got on and what you got.
Hell no.
I mean, if you look good and we bond, then if it get to that point, then we can get married. But if not, it is what it is. Like, niggas ain't worried about that, bro. She trying to argue that, oh, man, niggas, that's everybody. That's a straight lie. I didn't want to hear that shit. Like, what nigga go around?
Dudes go ahead.
I said, what nigga go around worried about what type of money a female got, man?
They don't.
Exactly. That shit never. Was you thinking about that with your baby moms? Like, you wasn't thinking.
Man, hell no. Like you were saying, I don't worry about what the brand of her clothes she got on. None of that shit. When you like a bro, you gonna like her. Just keep your hygiene right. Keep yourself looking nice. Ain't caught up in your this and that. Like, dudes keep shit authentic when it comes to their love for a woman, their compassion for a woman. But you get a lot of women who ain't taught that shit. And that's what I always point that shit back. It's about who's teaching them this shit. That you would turn marriage to turn into crashing the full dynamics of shit. That y'all build something together, financially connected at the hip, and the tax systems, all these other shit. And then you will break that shit to take half of like properties and homes and set both y'all asses backwards. Like, that shit is out, homie. That shit is out. And then even the dynamics where you will take it to where you take care of everything. Be like, your chick ain't got, even if she working, she lost her job, you ain't changing up on her. A dude in his natural instinct is going to try to do more to secure everything. Like hell no.
Sometimes that more like if that's why it's we in the era of the finish line chicks. That's what I call them. They finish line type women. They ain't gonna be there. You gonna come up. You trying to get your shit together. You working towards something. But when you get there, they gonna be right at the door, right at that finish line, trying to be a part of whatever you got or what you accomplished. Trying to take credit for it and trying to get a piece of the pie. But as soon as your IRS come and take your shit or you lose your job, man, they gonna be gone in a second. Just like that.
Yeah, that shit wild.
I done seen it. You already, these women is, man, they is the most selfish human beings on earth.
Yeah, because a lot of fools in relationship, they walking on eggshells in the fucking house.
Nah, for real.
Like,
because women, they don't think. They thinking about what's my next move. What they thinking about themselves. They not considerate of what you got going on. Like I heard a woman talk about. She said that she don't care. She not here to emotionally support her husband. He better come with that already. All the trauma he's on. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, that's when I heard. I'm like, you crazy.
Man, because they know it's all, and that's the thing when it goes back to the role that suckers playing that shit. Because a broad know that they can mistreat a motherfucker, this and that, and a lot of women be feeling it. And in a lot of cases, it is because you got all these little Winnie the Pooh ass dudes, suckers that really jump out there, catch them out the window. They can fall out the Empire State Building, suck a motherfucker with his hands out ready to catch her falling out that window. So they keep a motherfucker on their eggshells to keep you. And that's why I was clowning these motherfuckers the other day. Like a lot of you talking this marriage shit, you in your house oppressed, being yes man and shit, to ensuring this woman is happy with you saying yes to every demand. This is why I hear the dumbest shit. I hear that sucker shit from fools talking about happy wife, happy life. Like, where the fuck you get this shit? And then they be begging. Bras that don't work and don't do nothing. These fools turn their checks in. Motherfuckers be, oh, we about to do this. Oh, I gotta ask her. The mix cannot. Man, get the fuck out of here. Talking about asking. Man, you tell her you about to be out at this time, you be back at this. Like, you niggas.
These niggas be miserable as hell in their relationship.
For real.
They woman controlling them, telling them what to do. They can't have no freedom. They can't go nowhere. Every little move, they all through their phone. They monitoring every little situation. They nagging them daily. Like, you feel me? They you know, it. I'll be like, who really want to be a part of that, man? Like, who really want to be a part of that? And then it's like, once this what I realized. I feel the more and more you be around a woman, the more and more irritating they get. The more irritable they get. That's why a lot of dudes that work and they got jobs where they travel, man, they love that shit, bro. Type of nigga want to be around his wife 24/7. She nagging.
Right. And see, that's bad for it to be that way too.
But I'm saying that's how it is, though. A lot of these niggas don't want to be around their wife. I'm telling you, they'll probably never admit it, but they know deep down inside they don't want to be around their wife. That's why a lot of these dudes hate when they retire. It's time to retire. You be like, fuck no. They trying to extend their retirement period. They trying to do whatever. They trying to stay out the house, do whatever it takes, so they don't got to be in the house with that woman.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want a dynamic. That's why I wouldn't want to get married. That's why I never want to. I always had to where I want to live by myself. I'm just like that. I don't want to deal with that shit, that headache. I'd rather the bitch have her own shit. I go over there. I never want to be in the dynamic to where we go at each other, we break up, we split in the house. Now I got to sell a house I done committed, put all this shit in. It's broken up, half go here, or you may lose all that shit. Your accounts get broken. Like, fuck all that shit. Hell to the no. Because like I say, it ain't a lot of people committed to each other. It ain't a lot of people that's going to, take the full ride with you. From cradle to the grave, a lot of that shit them shits are just words spoke at a ceremony that majority of motherfuckers violate that shit. And then what's the name was asking about the spousal interference lawsuits. I think that shit from sucker ass people. They want to sue motherfuckers because their relationship broke up. You was with the wrong motherfucker. I still think it's foul for a person to break their marriage off with infidelity and all this other shit. But to be able to use the courts, everybody is using these courts to sue people. The courts open the books for all type of shit to be court appointed dumb shit. Like I think the courts need to close the doors on a lot of shit. And I think that's what it is. Everybody can just find some loophole and want to sue you for some shit.
The courts is foul. Courts ain't gonna find. The courts is so in favor of women. Even when we go outside of child support, if we go in like criminal cases and all that, they're gonna favor the women. That's just that's just
Right.
the history of the courts. Like it's not any situation, whether it's civil, criminal, they're gonna favor the women. That's just how it is. It's really, for me, nothing. I don't think it's nothing you really can do about it for real.
And that feeling was so that feeling was on full display with Kamala being thrown there to run for the presidency. And it's all of this shit of what dudes go through. They don't want to see this shit. Dudes
Exactly.
feel like they're at the mercy of a lot of these women based on the fucking laws that govern us and shit. The court says they wasn't about to run with this chick in there, and they viewpoints on that shit. A lot of dudes have such a negative opinion on chicks, but you see it because it's through the courts and the fact that a lot of chicks are playing in this shit. There's good women and solid women who don't play into none of that shit. But these ignorant broads, man, they look at this shit as they savior, and they don't realize how fucking stupid they are. And then they got relatives that teach them that shit.
That's what it is. It's taught. Like it's not their behavior, like doing a man wrong. They celebrate that.
Yeah, that shit is out, man. Them motherfuckers are so stupid, man.
You know how we'd be like, oh, nah, that was wrong. We see a dude, like a homie, he doing his woman wrong. Like, nah, you wrong for that, bro. You got a good woman. Vice versa. Oh, yeah, take that nigga money. Yeah, that nigga cheating anyway. Fuck him. This is they mentality. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, women participate in they homegirls infidelity and shit.
Exactly. No, but they be encouraged. I just seen when I had my ex and her friends, they used to be in their ear just saying stuff because they didn't like the fact that I didn't like her being around them. So I feel like they was like a bad influence because they had her in these clubs and shit, doing all type of wicked and wild shit. And I was like, nah, I'm not going for that. So we clashed. But her friends was constantly in her ear telling her, man, you gotta leave him. You know, he too, they call it controlling. But I wasn't controlling. I'm just trying to be a good man. But she didn't look at it that way. So we ended up clashing. And then I was like, you know what? I think it's just best if we just go our separate ways. And that's how it ended. So that's why, like right now, that's why I told you on that one line, man, I'm not looking to marry no woman no time soon unless it makes sense. Not just to do it, just to do it. Because a lot of people just be doing it just to do it. It don't make sense if you look at it.
Yeah, that'd be the cold part when you're dealing with the homegirls, giving them advice because they always run the shit with their homegirls, and they homegirls will give them advice, leave this and that, and break up and fuel a lot of that shit. They friends will fuel that shit. They female family members will fuel that shit, and then you too controlling when you coming up there with just solid, logical advice like, "Nah, you can't do this. No, don't. You ain't doing this." And no, I don't want you going out here. And now it's too controlled because some of these girls still want to play. I think a lot of these girls get into situations too prematurely. They ain't got a lot of shit out of their system. They want to be on the streets. They want to be out here with homegirls and who are still in the single dynamic. A lot of chicks want to be with what they find in their friend groups. They got friend groups that are still, majority of them single, still out here playing the streets. Then that's what they follow. A lot of them just follow the leader ass people. And then the fact that you don't have to where the counsel, there's no counseling seek with you. The counseling is going to flawed ass motherfuckers, and that mainly being other women who are flawed than a motherfucker.
They win because like it comes down to what I was just saying, Reggie. They don't think like you in order for you to grow, especially in a relationship, you have to be realistic. Like so that's why these women be going the half of the stuff they say they don't believe it. They just see it online.
Yep.
Like, you know this nigga, that's not realistic. You know it's not realistic. But you trying to be hard to playing hard to get, or you just think you just this girl and you better than everybody. You just the baddest thing walking. But you know that's not reality. That's not your reality. Just keep it 100. And then they got these females that be like that. They not all that. They hyping her up, telling her you can get better. Oh, you see what's her name doing for this nigga, and that they start hearing all this chatter and this commotion over here. And now they think you supposed to do what this nigga doing. Nigga, I'm not him. If you want that, go with him.
Yep. And because there's always sideline niggas that be willing to scoot them up, pick them up. And that's what they run. It's like, that's why I used to always tell bro, I don't compete with nobody. Ain't about to fight over you and go through all this stuff. That's why I never dealt with that stress like that, because I let relationships go. I'm not about, I think that's the dumbest shit people be getting taught. And I think that's the way to bring shit back down to reality, because the women who understood the value and having somebody with them, because then it's be the other trick with chicks in that behavior who operate like that. When they hit about, some of them hit it about the mid 30s, majority of them hit it in their 40s and especially their 50s and shit, is when they want to settle down. They up here looking for fucking a man to be with. Like, you motherfuckers about as dumb. But it goes back to this generational base. And that's where some people talk about how the welfare system fucks shit up. But it ain't even a welfare system. It's like the fact that some people are just that fucking delusional and dumb to buy into that. And then some chicks just want to be, they find happiness through I don't know, I think it's some release of some type of chemicals in the brain of certain type of things, being in these environments, being sought after, people chasing after them, and they gotta go through that shit.
Let's keep it 100, Reggie. Now I'm gonna let you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you saying?
I was saying, society don't, you feel me? They don't get punished. Like, man, if you a dude, you're gonna get punished for your actions. A lot of the time, you like, you know what? It's a pat on, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I don't know if you do this with your daughter, but I know for me, I didn't from experience. My pops, my sister and I didn't see it. Other hands or how other dudes, the homies, they deal with their daughters and stuff. It's like a pat on the back. When they get in trouble, you good. Ain't no punishment. You can do whatever. You can talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do this, that, treat people horribly, say whatever. They ain't no type.
Your homies do that with their daughters?
Yeah, like they be talking crazy. Like they literally.
Fuck no, I don't do that shit with her.
They don't. They might tell them to stop, but they ain't gonna. If they son do that, they whooping their ass on the spot.
Hell no.
A lot of dudes, it's a lot of men, dudes, women, both give a lot of girls passes. They never correct their behavior. That's why they get away with it when they get older. They go on the world and start dating. And you see it, man. This shit been going on. This ain't nothing new.
Hell no. I tell my daughter, man, I don't want her picking up habits from nobody. But she sees that shit. I don't want you picking up none of the habits, even from a lot of the women that are around you. Like there's things you pick up and learn. There's certain things you have to reject. There's certain shit you extrapolate from motherfuckers the good, and other shit you reject. There's nobody's job to they're going to fucking they're here, and that's the other thing that girls get fed with throughout their programming is they're being brought up that a man's job is to provide for you, and then it turns into where they think a man's supposed to chase after them, and it's not that way. You need to find, as much as women are trying to be independent in this world, you need to find independence and then grow with a motherfucker that make you happy. There has to be a human connection where you find somebody. It ain't for your mother and father to sit there and determine whether or not this motherfucker is approved or not. You find somebody that makes you happy, somebody who stands on some shit. He has great moral, principles and stuff. And you go from there. You ensure that motherfucker keep you happy. And when they don't, you let that motherfucker go. And you don't find it where you so high strung on where some people talk about they love, what is the word I see here? They love hard and shit. Fuck no, you love yourself hard. Where you can release a motherfucker if they're not right. But the talking to people any old way, that is out. Thinking people are supposed to worship you and this and that, like, nah, that shit is all out. No, I don't teach them to talk crazy. And that was the thing even in our dynamic. And I seen as girls got older where they used to feed us with, you a punk if you put your hands on a girl, and girls used to take advantage of that shit.
They still do.
It's like, hell no.
Nah, look, I had a man. I had a I had a situation like that with my she wasn't my girl. She was just somebody I was talking to. So I tried to tell her something. It was like, you know, you know how women is. You know, you try to tell them something, they get all defensive, and even though you're right. In this case, I was in the right, but you know, she got hella defensive and started talking crazy. I'm like, whatever, I ain't gonna go back and forth with you. That made her more mad. She started, you know, pointing the fingers in my face, talking loud, you know, getting crazy. She slapped me. Boom. I'm like, the fuck?
Oh, the chick slapped you.
Yeah, I had to hold myself back. I had to really hold myself back. I almost blacked out. If this was like a younger me, this was like a younger me, I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, and what made her slap you?
We had a disagreement about something.
Oh, over a disagreement, and then see that make me wonder, like, where did she learn that shit from?
She was just hella toxic. Had a disagreement. It was really over. It was over. We was talking about relationships and shit, like, you know, the 50-50 type shit.
But it still point back to like where the fuck they learn that behavior, and especially when they, you know, you see, and it goes back to where they think you ain't gonna put your hands on, you ain't gonna touch them. Especially you can be, you know, physically towering over them, and a lot of chicks think that because they like you ain't supposed to smack them. In fact, they can get on that phone. That's the other thing. Them three numbers. Them three numbers, they think suppress the motherfucker. And a lot of times they do. That shit is not cool, man. A lot of chicks, well, let me just say that a lot of chicks need better counseling. And the reason why there's not a lot of what's changed with a lot of these chicks is that they ain't seeking it from older women. A lot of younger chicks are receiving too much wisdom from toxic young ass chicks and shit.
The older women, when it comes to the older women, I feel like they don't teach them that aspect. They teach them how to get money out of dude. I think that's the main thing with older women, is how can you finesse this guy.
Yeah, no, I don't mean the older women in their 40s. I mean like 60 and 70-year-old women and shit.
I mean, a lot of grandmas is 40 now, so that's kind of.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean older than that. Yeah, because a lot of them chicks that age is fucked up still too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a lot of women they so trauma bond. But nah, why you see this nigga said towering over?
Yeah, no, not just because you're hype, but I mean like just like being physically bigger than the chick. The chicks still be thinking they can loke up to you and challenge you and try to egg on fights. Because that's like the other day on Instagram, I put that video up where there's the two African chicks and they doing that shit to some white dude who way heavier than them and way bigger than them, and they keep approaching. You keep walking away, that nigga knock one of them bitches out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do. I got so I understand. This the thing though. I understand women, so it'll never get to that point, especially at my age, and just understanding women and all the experience I've been through and hearing other people's stories and stuff. So I already know. I'm just gonna. It is. If you slap me, it is what it is. You feel me? I can't really do nothing about it, but just walk away, because it ain't really worth it, bro. They're not. This is what I learned about them. You're not gonna win. Like, everybody heard this before. You're not gonna win an argument with them, and it's not even an argument. You just be telling them something that's true. They gonna be in their feelings.
Yeah, and that's a cold dynamic when you gotta sit, and that's like almost universal, growing common statement is that you're not gonna win an argument, and it shouldn't even come. That's why I say at the arguments with me, like getting to that point where you gotta yell and cuss at your bro, I'd be like, the relationship over. To me, it'd be like irreparable. I ain't about to get to this point where every disagreement got to be an argument or heated in discussion. Like, nah, fuck that. It's gonna turn into some other shit. And then now these discussions, you mad, we get heated. Now you run into these bitches. Running these bitches, selling off a story and it seems a certain way. And they first thing is, girl, you need to get out of there. He abusive. Like, fuck all that.
They don't even know what happened. They just you hit her or whatever. And you shouldn't hit her. I mean, it's like I said, you shouldn't hit her, but it's like, I feel like this. I'm not gonna hit her unless I feel like my life is on the line. That's the only time I even feel like I gotta do something to a female.
Right. Oh, and it's like what's the name said, the bitch trying to get their relatives involved. I wish
that shit didn't happen.
That's the other issue, is bitches trying to get other people involved in shit.
That shit is foul, man. You get, especially, this is what I hate about that. You really gonna get your brother really seriously hurt, especially if he don't really got no squabble like that, or he not like a violent person.
Right.
You putting him in harm's way, or a cousin, whoever. Like, that shit be lame, bro. And then y'all gonna be back together. Feel me? Like a week later, it's gonna be all good. This nigga whoops your brother ass. He in the hospital where he suffered a severe injury.
Knock your father out, or get worse than that. Some guns get involved, lives get lost. Like, motherfuckers are stupid out here, man.
Women, that's the power, man. The power of the female is
But see, that's that over emotional shit, and that's the problem. What happens with emotions?
That almost happened to me though. I ain't gonna lie.
With somebody calling their family and shit.
Nah, for me it was this girl. Right, I was talking to her. Right, this before this boy. Like we both. I knew her first, right? So we was talking or whatever. We was like friends. For me, we was just that, right? So she ended up getting a boyfriend, right? So she tell him, is it cool if he continue to still be my friend? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, whatever. So one day something end up happening, right? So I'm there though. And the whole time, like, it ain't never been no problem. So they get into an argument with some other people. I have to break it up. Cause it's like on a basket, like it's like we was in the gym and shit. So I'll break it up or whatever. So I call her, I text her, I'm like, you good? She end up telling me, like, he asked, like, why he texting you good? And like, I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, I'm heated, bro. I'm ready to get off on this nigga, bro.
That's because you probably was trying to fuck that chick. That's why.
I'm saying that's his girlfriend now.
That don't mean you ain't trying to fuck.
Yeah, I know that, but it was like you was cool at first. Now you not cool. I'm just making sure she good, because y'all just got into a confrontation where y'all was about to scrap. Cause dude kept following your boyfriend hard. I'm trying to break it up or whatever. So he like, yeah, what's up? Why he want to talk to you? Or whatever. He kind of doing it's like little weird, insecure shit. Like, I ain't even smacking her or nothing. I don't even view her like that. She like my sister for real. He thinking it's something else. So it's like she telling me little stuff, like he not like, she saying he cool with it, but it's like he ain't really cool with it. So
hell no, dude.
I had to really like catch myself, and I caught myself like, man, I'm gonna really whip this nigga ass over her, and it's not even my girl. You feel me?
Yeah, that's how you feel.
I caught myself. Sometimes you get caught in the moment because you get so attached to a female. I don't know if you ever been through this with somebody else.
Man, you be had to watch them emotions. I know exactly where you going.
That's how, I had to chill out. I'm like, yeah. Then once I started to chill out and realize, man, it ain't even that serious. I just let that shit go. Now everything cool now.
Yeah, you be having to really be mindful of that shit. No, I had a broad try to get me in some
crash out. I was really I'm telling you, I really want to do something to that nigga, man. Like, I really want to put hands on that nigga behind her.
Over his broad. Yeah, you tripping.
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like she was mine for real though.
See, I told you. I told you, but you wasn't hit, but you wanted to fuck. Yeah.
Nah, look, because he would see me, all the niggas in there, because I knew her first and shit. So all the niggas would see me going there, and she hugged up on my shoulder and shit.
Oh, she filed for that though. Yeah, she filed for that.
Telling you, it's making this nigga bad, bro.
No, he should have left her. That's the one thing he should have did. He's stupid.
You say he's stupid?
Yeah, he's stupid.
It wasn't the thing though. It wasn't that type of. It was like,
man, a chick, if she in a relationship, ain't supposed to be doing that shit. There's principles.
But no, I just told you. He said it was okay. He the one. He okay.
You know why he said okay? Because he didn't want to look like a sucker and looking like he was jealous. Because that's the other thing that people try to push on people. Oh, why you being jealous and this and that? No, it's principles to a lot of shit.
Shit, you feel me? Feel me? I'm like, I told her though, because I seen how he was getting mad. This how much of a real nigga I am. I said, if you want me to back off, I'll back off. We don't gotta deal with each other no more. She like, nah. So I stay. I'm not backing off because this nigga said. She gotta tell me, nah.
Oh yeah, you
Does.
tripping? Oh yeah,
Mhm.
they trying
You
to
know,
take this nigga, bitch. This nigga.
she gotta tell me. I'm like, if she don't tell me, nigga, you who the fuck is you, nigga? I'll whoop your ass, nigga. You feel me? Like,
You
I'm
see,
not
that's
backing off because you tell me to back off. I'll back off if she tell me. She
yeah.
said
Look,
it's cool.
like you ain't even get the pussy. The pussy was just in the
Nah,
air, and you
I
ready
didn't
to
want it, bro.
fight for
Feel
it.
me? If I wanted to, I could have, but I just the relationship we had, it wasn't like that. You feel me?
And look, yeah, for real, Jashawn wrong, but that's the power of the pussy. Like he said,
So
like look, he was
I was
falling for it, and chicks can use that shit.
feel me.
A
So
lot of chicks use
I let
that
him.
shit,
Yeah.
man, and have niggas out there ready to crash out one. That's what she about to have you crash out.
He said it's a old sneaky. Yeah, I
Man,
ain't
I had a broad I was fucking with. I was just fucking. She had a dude too. This broad one day called to tell me about him calling her a bitch.
yeah.
I like,
Uh,
what the fuck you calling me about that shit
hold
for?
on. I'm gonna ask you when you done. How am I? How am I in the wrong?
For wanting to fight this nigga over wonder why you checking
No, I
on
never
his girl.
told. He don't even notice. I never went to him like with
But
that
no,
type
no, not saying. But even in our story, because it's
of.
past, it's hindsight. But
Yeah,
even saying in that, like not to reflect like happened yesterday, but still in looking at the dynamic, your emotions over that shit, those are wrong emotions.
yeah. But I'm saying I caught myself. I realized that. I'm saying I'm not. How am I gonna get mad over it?
Yeah,
That's his girlfriend, right?
yeah, exactly. And a
I
lot of
can't get
dudes get
mad
caught
over it.
up.
It wasn't the fact that I was mad because I knew him. I knew him. The craziest thing is I knew him first. I knew him a year before he even met her. I met her first. I knew him way before he even knew her. So I knew both of them before they met each other. So it wasn't like it was some random dude. Like I knew this nigga.
But you start developing
No,
you
it was
start developing a likeness for
he
her.
got mad at me because of my relationship with her. He never told me, but she was telling me. Like, you know how females is, they go back
If
and
she would
forth.
have let you fuck, would you have fucked?
Nah, I couldn't, bro. I
If
couldn't.
she would have threw the panties at you, would you have fucked in all
Uh,
honesty?
I
You
ain't
know
gonna.
you wouldn't have.
She
That's why you was feeling that way, ready to
listen.
whoop
She
this
would
nigga ass.
have did it. You feel me? She had to do it. I wasn't gonna initiate that because I didn't have them type of feelings towards her.
Oh, okay, so maybe you fighting her with over some other shit. Maybe she like a sister to you then.
That's what I just said. Like it was that.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. It never was no lovey-dovey type shit. That nigga, he took it. He thought it was. She said he thought it was.
But
He
most
thought
people don't think that, and that's what
everybody.
chicks gotta be mindful
Look,
when they are in
no.
a relationship.
This gym I used to go to, because I know all the niggas in there. They be like, oh, that's because I came in there first. They was like, that's your girl. I'm like, nah, she's my sister. Like my sister. She ain't my sister, but you know what I'm saying? Like they was like, nah, nigga, we don't
Some
believe
people
that
be
shit.
like, they ain't my sister and be still fucking them girls they call sisters. Y'all just saying a relationship. Because that's common in
yeah,
LA.
I
Oh,
done
this
did
is
that.
my bro or this is my sis and be
Yeah,
fucking.
it ain't one of them types though. It ain't one of them types. I done did that before for sure. But I'm saying this instance, it wasn't that though, bro. You feel me? It wasn't that. But everybody seeing, they thinking we something going on. I'm like, nah, ain't nothing going on. We just cool. But this nigga, because you know what happened? Because there was another female in there. She told me. She was like, the female told her, she got into it with her. She like, man, you too friendly with niggas. All the niggas in there knew her, but she wasn't doing nothing with these niggas. She just was in these niggas' face.
And that be the problem with chicks in
Yeah.
relationships. You
She
can't
wasn't
be in
this
niggas'
before
face.
that though. This before that. But she know these niggas afterwards, she's still in their face, but it ain't nothing.
Yeah, but see, she wrong as fuck for that. And because and that's another thing. Nobody ever taught her that shit. It's a lot of chicks nobody ever taught them of certain do's and don'ts, and especially when you get involved with somebody. And even teaching dudes how to deal with their insecurities. But there's definitely do's and don'ts of even there's chicks who don't really have female friends. They may have majority male friends, and they have to know how to change up how close they in motherfuckers' faces, how they always in dude faces when they decide to settle down and shit. So yeah, she lightweight wrong for that shit.
Yeah, she's
Because they can create a real hostile situation over that shit.
I'm in the wrong. So y'all said I'm in the wrong because I knew this chick. I'm supposed to just stop talking to her because this nigga.
No, not stop talking to her, but being like she was confiding in you, and that look a certain way to
listen,
the dude.
I'm
To the
telling you
dude
this.
she
It's
with.
not like it's not like we never did nothing.
Nobody knows that. That's what insecurities is. You don't know, but some
Listen,
motherfuckers will assume.
She in school, like he never seen me in her dorm. Though I did used to go to her dorm.
Ah, look, yeah,
But
keep talking, nigga.
But no,
keep talking.
look, I'm gonna tell you. I
Going
used
to her dorm and
but
shit.
but
man,
it used to be
nigga.
it's other. She had a female roommate and shit. So she
Facts, Cletus. These bitches don't know etiquette.
For me, so I never did nothing. Like we never did nothing. It was we was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never did nothing with her because it was something. Even if nobody was in there, she already knew I wasn't on that. So it never was like that. But this nigga get mad. He started assuming shit.
Shit.
Look, these other niggas in the gym. Look, these other niggas in the gym. Like, damn, bro, you see, Deshaun, bro, he always with her. They doing something. You know how
exactly, man.
I'm like, man, you doing something. He doing something with her. Mind you, we not doing that. That got in that nigga head, so he start feeling the type of way.
And I don't blame that nigga, but it ain't just solely your fault. It's this bitch fault. What she look like?
You said what?
You heard what I said?
No, I'm saying I know you said. What you mean? You talking about like
what she look like?
It's a light skinned girl. Like,
okay, keep going.
You know, she wear buns and shit. You know,
fuck the buns. Look, he hide everything about her body.
Oh, you said you want to know what the body look like?
I want to know what she looked like. She had to be bad.
Oh, I'm telling you, she, yellow. She kind of, kind of short. Got a little ass.
Exactly.
C-cup titties. It's C-cup titties, but I'm,
exactly. She bad body.
Yeah, I know a lot of niggas wanted. A lot of niggas wanted to get up on her, but she wasn't fucking. She was fucking with me. She didn't fuck with them other niggas.
She was fucking exactly. So that's what made it like if anybody outside the niggas.
I got it. Listen, I got it. I got it on some smooth shit. I wasn't coming off. A lot of niggas be coming off some creepy, weird type.
Wait, what you mean you got her on some smooth shit?
Yeah, they got
on. The more this nigga talk, the more it come out.
Look. They got on some creepy type weird. You know how niggas be? They automatically listen. I act like I didn't care about none of that. Like off the rip, I never talked about nothing sexual, none of that with her. For me, it was all cool. Like I talked about like how your grades and shit, all that type shit, like her siblings and all that. For me, personal type shit.
Oh yeah, she was catching feelings. Have you ever seen her naked?
This nigga, nah, man, I ain't see her naked, bro. It wasn't like
look, man, that shit. Oh, unless this shit recently happened or something.
This happened this is from this is all. It's recent. If you want to say a year ago, it's recent.
Hell yeah, that's recent, man. So that means you still talk to her then.
I still got her number. I just talked to her not that long ago. I still
yesterday.
I'm not going. Huh? You said yesterday?
Yeah.
I ain't talked to her on the phone in like a week, but I text her.
Man, that ain't long. It still came for real. So, what she look like naked?
Man, bro, I told you
exactly, man. That's why that nigga was insecure and worried about you. You know how many situations that pop off like that where chicks be like, "Oh, that's just my friend. You ain't got worried." Then down the line, when they relationship gets some little bump in the road, the motherfucker they be telling the dude not to worry about is a motherfucker hitting on their little high.
I swear, listen, y'all thinking I didn't see the naked. Y'all think
I think you have, bro. And she
posted listen, I'm telling you this, I'm be honest. I ain't kissed her nothing. Never.
That don't mean shit.
Never
so you seen her naked.
I never seen her naked.
Man, she ain't never sent you a picture.
You said what?
She ain't never sent you a picture.
Bro, I told you that wasn't what the relationship was about, bro.
Man.
And she younger than me too.
What that mean?
She
ain't a minor.
Nah, she ain't no minor, but I'm saying she looked at me like a big brother, kind of like, you feel me?
All right.
So it wasn't like that, but this nigga, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. Like I'm literally telling y'all.
No. It can be that you telling the truth, but from the dynamics of how you looking at it and the position she put you in, it can lead to this jealous fool. Because a lot of these dudes are suckers.
Nah, I'm gonna say this though. It's her fault because she kept She would tell me shit and it'll make me mad. Like this shit would make me mad the way she would word it. She be like, he's mad, like he don't want me talking to you. I'm like,
Exactly.
so I used to get mad and shit. I'm like, bro, why this nigga so angry at me? Like I ain't do nothing with her. Why
A
he keep
lot of
getting
dudes
this
don't want
nigga
their
feeling?
chicks confiding in another nigga though. That's simple as that, bro.
You said what?
Dudes don't be wanting their chicks confiding in no other dude. It's just simple as that.
Bro, if you didn't want that, she literally asked you, bro. Like she before they made it like official, she literally was like, oh, do you want me talking to this guy? Like, for me, I told her, I said, if you don't want me talking to you, I'll step back. But I'm not gonna step back because this nigga tell me to. That's not how I don't go about things like that. A nigga can't
Man,
tell me nothing.
it go back to what I was saying the other day, how a lot of motherfuckers go in relationships and they oppressed by chicks. They afraid to speak what they really want to state. And he probably really want to say, no, I don't want you talking to him, but not to look jealous or to make her feel a certain way, and it fucks up their relationship. All right, this is her friend. Let me try to trust it. But I got one eye turned to the side, looking sideways at this shit. They gonna feel a certain way. A lot of dudes afraid to speak their mind. Let's stay on some real player shit up front shit.
Man, why you think I seen her naked? I ain't never seen her naked. Not
Man,
her.
a lot of people have been cool with chicks they been around a long time, or they got somebody. A lot of times dudes have seen it. But then again, it is somewhere you look at, you ain't got no, regardless how pretty she can be and all that shit, you may never develop, like you saying, develop where you looking at her from a sexual standpoint. She may just came off cool. You know, someone she can come talk to. Yeah, there's them dynamics and shit.
That's what it is. That's all it is. For me, if I really
I believe you because I have chicks
look,
like that I'm with too.
if I really wanted to, I could have did a first date, bro. Because she was feeling me like that for me.
Also, but then all right, so you got that feeling so deep down in her mind, she will let you fuck.
Yeah, she trusts me for sure.
She will let you smash, and that's what her dude was feeling. So she wrong as fuck.
But because I didn't come off like that, that's never the energy I presented. That's never was the case. So she never, you know what I'm saying? She already told her what it was. It never was that. It never was that. But because they see a dude and a fucking female together, they automatically, oh, he's smacking her.
Yeah, no,
I have
them dynamics. I
that.
understand you on that. I understand you completely on that.
Y'all seeing I'm lying and shit.
Nah, you know, they's gonna clown about that shit.
Look, yeah, listen, I went to a dorm a whole bunch of times. Nothing happened. Listen, I'm not one of them type of niggas. I got
what you going to her dorm room though for?
You said what I went to her because that's we cool. What you mean?
What y'all doing there? What y'all? The fuck you in that?
We was watching.
That shit be leading this shit, man.
Nigga, we watching YouTube.
Chilling, watching.
Listen, for me, because I have bought her. You know the little Welch fruit snacks and shit.
Indeed, and fruits. The more you talk about this shit, you wait for her to make a move and shit. I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna push it. You wait for her to just jump on you, and you ain't gonna stop that shit.
Hey, if she did it, I'm not, nigga. It is what it is.
You ain't about to push her off you, man. Get up off. They're bringing her snacks and shit. Nah. Man, I see why that nigga was jealous, man.
Hey, look. Nah,
she got a dude and all that shit. Right, what time was you going over there too, by the way?
Nah, nigga, this was like 3, 4 in the afternoon.
In the morning?
No, afternoon.
And what time would you leave?
I probably stay in her dorm because I would go. This what I would tell her. No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Look, I was talking to some other. Look. I tell you when you start laughing.
Oh man, go ahead.
She would want me to come. Look. I'm talking to these other females, right? She be like, "Why you? What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm speaking. What's the name? You feel me? Like, I ain't telling her who it is. You feel me? Because I don't want her to know that. You feel me? Who they is? Because they this the same school and shit. So I just don't want her to know who they is. She probably gonna get mad or something. But whatever. She tell me like, when you gonna come to the dorm? Like, come to the dorm. She always used to like beg me to come to the dorm and shit. So I would go.
And she got a dude. Wow.
But she will wait. She will wait on me. We'll go to the little store on campus, right? And we'll go in there. We buy, the little naked drinks. Yeah. So I would get one of them. She would get like a fucking breast or something. I get her like some Welch's, some shit. I get some Gushers, you know, shit like that. Sometimes I'll buy it, sometimes she'll buy it. You feel me? Like, I didn't pay for her food a whole bunch of times. I did it. You feel me? Like if I need money right now, I can call her right now. She'll send me some money right now.
Oh yeah. Y'all got something going on. Y'all marinating this shit.
But look. But like I said, I used to be in the dorm, like probably I used to go, it used to be like cause he would be like, cause he hooped and shit. He'd be at practice and shit. So I'd go when he
Oh, niggas.
So it'd probably be like
Y'all both foul, man. Keep going, man.
I'll probably be there from like 2 to about 4. About 2 to 4.
And why would you leave? Cause the nigga practice ended.
Nah, not cause of that. Well,
yeah, man. Now you start to realize, like, damn,
I catch up. No, I'll go back. I catch up with the other female that I really will fuck, that I was talking to. I talked to, go catch up with her, but she'd be like, "Oh, what's the name? He about to get out of practice." I'm like, "Yeah,
oh, you gotta go.
Gotta go." I'm like, all right. I used to be like, "Damn, bro, you just gonna kick me out like that?" So
she was trying to fuck, and you sitting there marinated, waiting for when she just drop it.
Nah, she wasn't. I'm telling you. But I leave it used to be about 2 to 4 though, for sure. I'd be in there at least 2 hours.
And sure. Only the time why this nigga at practice, why you wasn't there when he got out? Because y'all was sneaking.
Bro, because I wasn't on campus.
That bitch over there getting wet than a motherfucker, just waiting for you to make a move so she ain't got to feel guilty.
This nigga clean.
That's all that shit was. One of y'all waiting for a move. What's the latest you stayed at her apartment?
The latest? Man. It never was.
It was dark, man.
Probably about 5, 7 around there that time.
It's getting closer to 7 when it's getting dark. Yeah, y'all was trying to fuck.
Nah, I didn't. I was listen. No, I didn't want to smack her, but it was some other the ones like I didn't want to tell her about.
Why you didn't want to tell her? Y'all just friends. You didn't want to fuck your pussy up.
You said what?
Why you didn't tell her then?
You said why I didn't tell her what?
About you said it was other ones, but you didn't tell her that you wanted to mess with because you didn't want to fuck your pussy up.
She was trying to find out who they was, and because it's the campus hella all the females they be knowing each other.
Man, she would have put a good word in for you. If she your homegirl, or she would have told her jealous. No, I guarantee she probably got jealous.
Nah, I wasn't trying to get in no relationship with them. I was just trying to smack them. You feel me? So,
she was violating the rule. She was violating the rules. A lot of them little pretty chicks be doing because they don't know the game. They don't have understanding on boundaries.
That's how a lot of niggas was telling. A lot of niggas was telling her, like, you trip. Especially the female. It was the female in there. This little redhead Spanish girl that she was telling you about that she wanted to whoop her ass. Saying like that she was tripping because she was like hugged up on me and shit.
Yeah, she ain't supposed to do that. Yeah, she was, man. She letting off pheromones. Did she smell like something?
What you mean?
She was releasing that shit. They bodies be letting off that natural shit you supposed to smell when you can tell.
He said I got a schedule down. I know it's
that nigga did. I know all the niggas schedule, bro.
I know all they schedule. Listen, the niggas on the team, feel me? You said what?
Why you learning they schedule and shit?
I didn't learn it. Come on, man. I used to hoop, bro. I know the schedule. I used to hoop. I know the schedule. Yeah. So I know.
It's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna come over these niggas in practice.
So I already knew the schedule, but I think really because people kept telling them like the homies and shit, and then it was niggas on the team and shit. They was like, man, we seen your girl with some dude hugged up.
Yeah, she called for that.
He already knew who I was, and he know who I know this nigga, bro.
That don't mean shit. People fuck people they know women. Shit. That's why that fool felt like that. Shit.
That's not.
Man, these women be choosing. That's the name of the game. She should have known how to readjust her closeness to you when she was in a relationship. So she was wrong on that. She could have had 2 dudes going at it with one another.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't allow no shit like that. But like I said, I wasn't doing nothing because I didn't want to do that to bro. You feel me? I didn't want to make him feel guilty about it, you know.
But you was ready to whoop his ass.
You said I was ready to whoop him. No, only reason I said that because he was acting he wasn't acting a player about it. You feel me? He was acting like a insecure simp ass nigga.
Are
That's
they
why I
still
wanted to whoop
together?
his ass. That's why I wanted to whoop his ass.
They still together?
Yeah, they together right now. They been
Damn.
together a year, bro. They got together near my birthday and shit.
Look, he know that they
I
like
told
nigga,
listen, I
on my
told her
birthday they took my bitch.
nah. I told her I was I'm the one I was like when she started showing interest in him, I was like, y'all look good together. You should get with him. I'm the reason why she with that nigga, bro. Because of
No,
me.
damn well you regretted saying that shit.
No, I didn't, nigga. I can get listen, I got a lot of bitches. It's a
Man,
lot
you
of
probably
people
can still hit this
I got
nigga bitch.
access to. You said what?
You probably still hit old girl.
Nah.
When the last time you been to her dorm room?
You said when the last? Nah, I ain't been up there. I ain't been up there since like August. I ain't been up there in a minute. Next time I go up there for sure, I'm gonna slide through though. For sure.
Exactly. You hope she be on. That nigga gonna go between
I'm
you.
nigga, I have her
2
number,
and
nigga.
4
I can tell.
o'clock.
She told me like when you coming up here. I said I don't know.
What? Still? Oh yeah. She trying to fuck. Watch smell
No,
her. You
she's
smell that
not,
shit
bro.
coming off of her.
No, see y'all don't know the inner dynamics of our relationships.
Man,
Y'all just
she
think
wrong, but she ain't invite you while that dude there.
nah.
Exactly.
I
She
remember one
wants
time,
you to
right?
get a quickie, homie.
I remember one time, right? She was showing me her cousin and shit, right? Like on the phone, she's like, "What you think of my cousin and shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, she cool." Like on Instagram and shit. So I'm looking. He come. I'm like, "What's up, bro?" You feel me?
He
And it's
popped
just
up.
it's hella awkward. Them like,
Exactly.
I'm right there. I leave. I'm like, I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all at the gym. I get
You
up
in
out of
her room?
Nah,
Or
we outside. We sitting like
public.
near this little waterfall. It's like this. It's like this statue, and it's like a waterfall next to it. So I'm right there. Like I said, she's showing me her cousin and shit. I'm checking her out. I'm like,
Oh
like
shit.
7, 8. So she's scrolling, just rating females that she know. I'm rating them. This nigga, like I said, he pop up. I'm like, what's the deal, bro? You know, shake hands and shit. She hugged up with this nigga. It felt like hella awkward, so I just leave.
Wait,
Like,
it was look. So it's hella awkward. He hugged up with his girl.
No, I'm right there. Nigga, it's not awkward.
This nigga like this bitch.
Hold on. It's not awkward he hugged up with his girl. It's awkward, nigga, when you a tag along nigga, or you show up and the nigga got his girl and you just sitting right there. That's not awkward.
Man,
like you got a homie, you come right, your homie with his girl.
But that's where you
let's say you with your homie, right? He waiting on his girl, right? And she pop up or whatever. They start hugging up and kissing each other. You right there, standing next to him. You like, this kind of awkward. Like, you gonna feel like, man, I need to get a girl. All right, I'll see y'all later though. You feel me? So I bounced. Yeah. That's what it was. It wasn't no like I felt awkward because he was hugged up with her. Of course.
And then she was showing her cousins because they probably look like her to see, like, damn, why this fool ain't never try to fuck? Let me show him some pictures of my cousins who look like me or may look differently to see. She trying to see what your type is and shit.
She know my type. I told her my type. She know my type.
Man, you might be her. She trying to let you fuck, homie. So when you see her, do you give her a handshake or you hug her?
When we first met, it was like a hand, but as soon as
fuck we got all that first met. What is it like when you see her? You still hug? Do you ever grab her ass?
Nah, I never do that.
Nah, man. When you hug her, she putting the titties up on you? Exactly.
This nigga, bro.
Exactly. And I guarantee her body letting shit off, man. This is the human side. Her body letting off. What women let off? Pheromones? Man, if you take a good sniff, you'll smell that shit. Or look at her nipples. That's the other sign when a chick is turned up. Do her nipples be hard? Exactly.
Nigga, I don't want to check it for her like that, nigga. This nigga.
Yeah, right, man. This chick got body.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, no,
look. Ain't checking for it, but it says she got C cup titties. It got ass, man.
Bro, like I'm talking about when I first met this nigga, bro.
This nigga watching, man. Ain't no way a nigga ain't watching a bad chick.
Look. I'm seeing it, bro. I'm seeing it, but I'm not trying to make it obvious that I'm looking at her.
Of course you ain't gonna make eye, but you see it. Her nipples be hard, right?
Look. What's crazy? I remember the OG, right? He seen me with it, right?
Exactly. Let's hear what he said.
He was like, Like we hug. It wasn't no kiss. This nigga was like, why y'all? Oh, y'all was kissing, huh? I'm like, nigga, you just seen us hug, nigga. He talking about we kiss. I'm like, nigga, I'm hugging her, bro. What is you talking about?
Now,
But
how
nah,
long was the fucking hug?
bro, it was a good like minute, bro. Like,
Ah!
I mean, it was
This
a
fool
good
was
minute, bro.
afraid to go to the next base, homie. This bitch want to let you fuck. She filed for that shit.
Nah,
She
bro.
filed,
It's
bro.
not, bro.
You about
Look,
to hit, man. Watch, you gonna be in here, be like, man, that chick I
it's
was
all
talking
no.
about.
Yeah, she put her shit on. She be rubbing her shit, but I don't,
She be rubbing her
not
shit.
rubbing it. No, I'm not saying she rubbing it. Her shit, it's a chest hug. You feel me?
Oh, I'm about to say she rub on the cat or she rubbing the teeth. She wants you to fill them up for that bitch trying to let you hit, man.
Man, don't call. Hey, Reggie,
Look. I wanted to say bitch to see how you respond.
chill out, bro. She not that, bro. She not one of those, bro. You gotta chill out, homie.
Love her. I told you.
It's not. It's not the bitch that hit you in the eye, nigga.
That nigga,
Chill out,
hey,
nigga.
y'all gonna end up fucking, man.
You said what?
Oh man.
No,
I'm
he
like
not,
Dr.
bro.
Phil in this mug, man. I'm
Nah,
telling you.
look. Nah, look. The thing is though, right? I don't want to hit. If I wanted to hit, I could have hit the first like week, bro.
No, you know why you don't want to hit, bro? Because you're gonna want to whoop that nigga ass.
No, it's not, bro. I ain't gonna lie. For me, I ain't gonna say it's that. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
ain't gonna say, but it is that.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like. Yeah, when she used to go with that nigga, I ain't gonna.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah. Look, I'm gonna tell you this though, because it was like she'll hug me in front of everybody. That nigga, like when he was around her, I just give her like a handshake, like you the bro. You know how it is with female, like you the bro. But I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, y'all slick.
Feel me? But nah, though, like I said, I used to go to her dorm and shit. You feel me? Be around campus and shit. She used to know where I be. I'm like, how the fuck you know I'm in the library and shit? She pop up in the library.
She pop up on you?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, she wanna let you hit, homie.
Nah, bro. It's
man, you know that
crazy.
shit. This nigga like, man, this nigga Reggie just full of game. He peeping all this shit.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't peeping that, nigga.
Man, I am. That's why when I called her, I knew to say the word, call her a bitch to see how this nigga was gonna react. And look what he did. He ready to whoop my ass and shit.
Listen, look, if she was a hoe, bro, I would have knew, because everybody in there know her.
Man, no, she
listen,
probably
the homie tried to lie on her. The homie tried to lie on her.
What, that he had hit or something?
No, not he hit, that she was like around like dating niggas. I'm like, bro, she ain't never hit. She ain't never fucking hit, bro. Bro ain't never hit, for real.
Who, the dude she with never fucked neither?
No, not him. It was another nigga.
Oh, somebody making up.
Yeah, niggas was lying and making up shit.
Man,
he said I'm either slow or he in denial.
Man, she trying to let you smash, fool.
Bro, listen, man.
And then when you go to her house, where y'all at?
You said when I go to her crib?
Yeah.
You talking about like her actual house?
Man, wherever the hell y'all meet at, where you going while her do
that? She live in Victorville and shit. She live up the hill though. I ain't going up there, but maybe one day I'll slide up there. But she always at her dorm and shit.
All right, so where you going in her dorm? Oh, the dorms are like just they got a side in the, or do they got a living room?
You said they got nah, it's not. It's a hall. It's like a hallway. So it's a whole bunch of dorms. It's like on the day you got like in that building. It's like about, I'm saying it's about at least like 7-8 floors.
Oh, so it's no living room. So you sitting on her bed?
Yeah, it's like hella small. It's like a room down there. So it's her bed and shit. I just take his shoes off and slides, and we be chilling. Like we ain't sitting on her. Like I ain't like on her bed and she all over me or hugged up on me or she sitting on top of me or nothing like that. Nah.
All right, she sitting on one end, you sitting on the other, or y'all sitting next to each other?
We sitting next to each other. We sit next to her and we watching. I forgot what we were watching, but we was on YouTube and shit.
She trying to let this fool hit, man. If you take a good sniff of the air, you gonna feel that shit coming off her body.
Nah,
Your dick
look.
can't hide that shit.
Nah, look, it's like I said, like she got snacks for a nigga and shit. You know, I come in, she
Man,
got the Gatorades ready, got the little
but she
applesauce and
setting the mood and shit.
granola bars.
And she keeping it healthy, setting a
Listen,
healthy mood and shit. Oh
we
yeah, she out of line for this
I
shit.
try to listen. We not doing nothing, bro. Y'all just see a lot of y'all niggas, man. Y'all
Man, you
just
think
y'all don't
y'all
have no
not doing nothing.
self-control, bro.
That shit is wrong than a motherfucker.
He said this sounds super man. Y'all niggas is crazy, man.
Man, this chick about to let you fuck. She just don't,
Hell nah,
man.
man. Nah,
She,
it's not like see y'all so I don't know what it
man,
is,
we
bro.
just revealing the truth, bro.
Y'all not revealing the truth. Y'all think listen, y'all so oblivious to the facts, bro. I'm clearly telling y'all it's not like that. Like if I hit, I would have if I wanted to hit, I could have hit. If
No,
I
I
hit, I
no,
would've
you
told y'all.
can hit, but I think you like, nah, I can't do that. She with this dude. And if
Before
I
that, even
hit,
before listen, I'm talking before like a month before she got with this guy. I still wasn't trying to hit, bro.
but she was trying to let you hit.
Nah, I mean we never really that's
Yeah,
never
you
a
thinking
thought that
about
came
that
up
shit
in my
like,
head.
damn, she probably was ready for me to fuck.
Man, I know the signs, bro. I would have, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
It didn't.
all the signs is there, but I
Nah,
think
bro,
what
listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm telling y'all, when I approached her, that never was my intentions.
yeah, for a
From
lot of
start.
people ain't. But then
That's
that bitch,
why I ended up getting a number because I didn't come at her like I was trying to hit. I came on
man,
some
so
bullshit.
man, she's sitting next to you on her bed, bring you, man, she wanna let you fuck. So if she let you hit one time,
And
and I
listen,
bet it's gonna be fire, you gonna be like, you need to leave this nigga,
he
or
said,
I'm about to
if
whoop
that
his
happens,
ass.
listen, if I ain't listen, I'm not. That's some slime ball shit. I ain't doing that.
See, and that's the thing. You don't want to be smashing and she with somebody.
Yeah,
So you got
yeah. Like,
principles on
let
that
me
end.
say this. Let me make this clear.
This
Y'all think,
chick,
bro
if you
ain't
put
my like.
yourself in a position, she
Yeah,
gonna let you fuck.
yeah. He not like. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm cool with him, but he ain't like my homie.
He ain't your
We
homie, exactly. You
no,
know
no,
him.
he ain't the homie. Like we cool.
He
Like
an
he know,
acquaintance. You just
you know
know
what
him.
I'm saying? I see him, I say what's up. This ain't a nigga that I'll be like that you know what I'm saying, got in my contacts and I pull up his number and lock in and tap in with him, see what's going on. He ain't that homie.
Man, a lot of dudes have been in these same
So
situations, so they already know.
I'm cool with, but like I said though, if I really wanted to, what'd he say? He said I'm just messing. That's what I said too. Nah, but if I really wanted to hit, bro, I would have hit the first day.
Man, but so let put this dynamic in there.
Yeah,
Without putting much effort, do you know without a shadow of doubt, she'll let you hit?
for sure.
Exactly. So you know that deep down, and if when you looking at it, deep down, do you think she want to let you fuck?
Why you say that, bro? Why you
So that's a
say that,
yes.
bro? Like, damn, bro,
Deep
you trying to?
down, she wants to let you fuck.
Why you say that, bro?
Man, you go into her room, y'all ain't sitting on no chairs, you sitting on her fucking bed. She popping up on you, she buying you snacks. She ain't buying the other dude shit. That day having to buy her shit. He probably paid for the snacks.
Man, she bought
Bring
that
you
nigga
to her
2K.
room. It's
Hold
just
on,
y'all and shit, man. She want, and then she hugging on you, making you feel the titties like you don't want this. Like she was putting it without saying it. Like, come on.
look, listen, she bought the nigga 2K. She told me, she was like, what should I get him? I'm like, I don't know what the nigga like. She's like, I'm probably just gonna get him 2K. She got him 2K, so she bought the nigga shit. I don't know if she like. I don't ask what she buy the nigga all the time. Like I can't tell you everything she done bought this nigga, but she definitely bought the nigga
Man,
shit.
man, she trying
He
to let
said,
you hit, homie. And she cold.
nah,
Yeah,
nigga, y'all.
man. Y'all about to get caught in a sticky situation, man.
Listen, nigga. Listen. I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this on here. Listen, that nigga know better, man. That's
Wait,
all I'm saying.
why he know better? Damn, look, he tripping
No,
on the dude.
I ain't tripping over, bro. Listen, I'm not fighting over no. I don't want to say that word. I'm not fighting over no female. I don't care how close we is. I'm not
You
fighting.
gonna tell her, pay her position. Look, we just fucking.
I'm not fighting over no female, bro. Because I was like,
No, you shouldn't.
Listen,
Yeah,
that's why I told you this. That's why I'm telling this story, because I was down there about not fight this nigga, but I was feeling some type of way about this nigga doing all this slick sneakness and shit. Some weird ass shit. That ain't no real men. That ain't real men don't do that shit, bro. You feel me?
But you understand why he was doing that shit, right?
Nigga, I don't understand nothing. Nigga, like, right?
It's they don't want to understand that shit.
Listen, me, like from the rip, this is me, bro. If that's me, if I'm in his position, he in mine, nigga, you not cool with that nigga at all from the jump. You gonna have to get rid of that nigga, or I'm out of here. Straight up. Ain't none of that. Oh yeah, he cool. Nah.
Yeah, if the roles switch, you gonna tell her she can't have no male friends.
Exactly, nigga. She should have said that from the start. He didn't. Like I said, I'm not backing up because that nigga tell me to. She gotta tell me I don't want to deal with you. Then I'll back off, bro.
Man, she kept you around because she probably like you more than that nigga. He just pursued her.
Nah,
like,
nigga.
Man, yeah, y'all, man. And this other, he got every right to feel that way because he's feeling a certain way. Do he know? He don't know nothing about you going to her dorm room between the hours of 2 to 4.
So what?
He don't know shit about you going to go visit her neither.
Nah,
exactly.
I'm pretty sure
so he got every right to feel the way that he think. Like,
listen, she told me. Listen, she tell me. You know how females is? They gonna run back and forth and tell you shit, bro.
Yeah, and that's where
telling me about this nigga. She telling me that this nigga low key, like insecure.
Exactly.
He mad about it. He had it. Cause this nigga, I think he went. Did he go to Washington? I think he went to Washington.
What, the high school?
Yeah.
Oh, the high school I went to?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. I'll probably have to double back.
Oh, he from LA?
Yeah. Nah, he from Inglewood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Inglewood nigga, but like I shouldn't. I ain't gonna go. I don't want, you feel me? I'm gonna keep all that off there, Reggie. You feel me? If you want to know, I'll tell you off, but I ain't trying to.
Yeah, no, don't put it out here. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to put niggas out there like
man,
that.
See, man, he can't. He feeling that way, and that's her. That's the effect of her being bad. Is that nigga don't want to let her go, and without certainty know, like, but she like knowing like, damn, this chick like this nigga, because it be dynamics with chicks where they with somebody but they like somebody else, and you that nigga who she like.
Listen, I don't.
Man, that's the reality of shit. Shit is real like that. It's chicks like Chris Rock said. It's a lot of motherfuckers in the situation. You wasn't that bitch motherfucking option number A. You just happen to be there. Nah, but the person she want to be with is someone that's out there. And that's probably the dynamic in this situation. She with this dude, but she like you doing all type of shit that is nigga shit. Y'all
I don't keep saying I'm foul, bro. How am I foul? How am I in the wrong?
Yeah, you kicking into this chick room on the bed.
So what, nigga? I can do what I want, nigga.
Exactly. Hey, listen,
if he got a problem, listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
She gonna throw that shit at you. You gonna hit, homie.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, nigga. If he got a problem, you know me. We can talk, or we can do something else if you want to.
He about to take his bitch.
Listen, nigga, I'm not going back and forth with no female, bro. If a nigga approach me on some female shit, I'm doing a nigga like old dog did Alina Cousin, nigga, in Minister Society.
Man, so if say she choose up, you gonna accept it too.
Choose up for what you mean choose up?
Man, you know what the word choose up mean?
No, I'm saying like you saying right now? Like right
now?
Yeah,
she like left that fool.
Man, I'm gonna tell her, man. I'm just gonna ask what happened. I'm just gonna want to know what happened, the little intricate details and shit.
Oh yeah? Oh, come here. And he gonna be rubbing on her ass.
You said what?
He gonna be rubbing on her ass, pulling her titties out, and be like, "Yeah, this is all mine, man." That's all she try. I'm telling you, that's what she want to do. Sometimes that may be, but no, you got. It's good to have control like that, but man, you better be ready. If she let you tap that shit, it's gonna be fire. You better not go into simp mode.
He said, "This ain't how a girl best friends supposed to talk, man. Y'all niggas on some other shit, man. I ain't say."
Oh yeah, like Jason Richardson did Steve Nash. Yeah.
Y'all niggas, listen, y'all got y'all imagination. Y'all just assuming shit.
Man, everybody done been through this shit, man.
Y'all assuming shit, nigga. I'm not. Listen, bro. This with
y'all. No, you not. No, I'm not saying that is you. I'm like, oh, girl. trying to throw you the draws, homie.
Listen, this nigga Cletus saying I'm in the wrong for dealing with her. How am I that nigga in the wrong for wanting to deal with her after she still said it was cool for me to be around?
Wait, the dude wrong?
You said what?
The dude is wrong.
No, yes, he in the wrong, nigga. Why would you let me do that, bro? If I was that type of nigga, bro, if I was really a slimy nigga,
so
I would have hit, bro. If I was really a slimy type nigga, but I ain't that type.
That's the thing that's benefiting this dude is you not grimy like that.
Exactly.
But this chick is throwing the draws at you, and she going to throw it. She gonna be like, "Fuck this."
You said what?
She gonna invite you over while y'all over there, YouTubing and chilling and shit. And you already on her bed. She gonna in there. She about to take a shower. She got a shower in there too.
Nah, they got it like shower. They got this little floor they shower on.
Oh, they down the hall.
Yeah.
Why she gonna come fresh out the shower, acting like she just got her tie, she forgot her clothes. Nigga, she gonna be in there, homie. And this fool about to tap her.
Nah. Hey, I got self-control, bro.
CJ said it's gonna be fire, CJ, when he tapped that, bro. Man, she gonna have this fool hooked.
I'm gonna tell her to stop.
Oh, he about to Forrest Gumper, man. No, you not.
I'm gonna tell her to stop. I'm gonna keep it 100 though. If she did that,
you ain't leaving, nigga.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a smack for sure.
Exactly, homie. Exactly.
I'm not finna deny myself, bro.
Exactly. And she probably got a cold body on her. She in her prime, man. You tapping that shit. That's all that chick waiting for.
I'm trying. How she is? I think she just turned 20. I think.
20 who?
20.
She 20? Oh, she tight. Oh, hell yeah, this fool about to knock that shit down.
Nah, this thing crazy.
She tight with that shit.
Yeah,
yeah, this fool about to smash. She about to come in fresh out the shower, cooch clean.
Why you trying to put that on me, bro? I'm not a
man, because I already see now you going to the room.
Do you feel like I'm in the wrong? No, you feel like I'm in the wrong?
Who brought you over there?
What you mean who brought me over there? Nigga, I brought myself over there.
Exactly, man. Y'all, you already know.
No. I'm talking about you talking about to her dorm. No, I ain't talking about. I'm talking about dealing with her. Am I in the wrong?
In the wrong? I mean, you was always cool with her and shit. You was always cool with her. And but like I say, she in a relationship. That's on her to create the boundaries and shit.
I ain't gonna lie. She said she come to me.
You can only do what a chick lets you do.
Nah, for real. But she come to me for like advice and shit because she said he not like. I don't know if I should say that, but like.
Yeah, exactly. She telling you shit too.
He ain't like he not like he a young like he, you know what I'm saying, he not experienced like that, bro.
Yeah, and she come to you as a confidant. Yeah, you the type that be the ones they tell people not to worry about and be smashing.
So you saying I'm devious, bro?
Who said that?
Nah, that's all y'all. That's what y'all making it seem like.
Man, nobody said that shit. I'm just saying this chick lined it up because she wants you to fuck. That's it. That's her role. She in the relationship. And this nigga trying to have constraints on not tapping that shit. Cause he already know what's gonna happen. That shit about to be fire. She still tight. She in her 20s. Man, shit. You better hope you don't lose your mind. Sean go over there and attack that nigga at practice, man.
You crazy, man.
They gonna attack her like, man, this thing, you can't have no more of that pussy. This shit mine, nigga.
Hell nah. But nah, she cold though. She, she a little yellow thing,
Yeah, I already know she cold. And then the fact that even other people seen the way she hugging you, she can't and then that's the other thing, she young, she can't control that shit. She think nobody see that shit.
Nah, everybody seen that shit. Everybody in the gym know, nigga, come on.
But
nigga,
she don't know that she doing that shit.
Nigga, you know how tall I am, nigga. I walk in that motherfucker, everybody see that shit.
Yeah, but she don't know that everybody watching it. She probably think it's just.
I told you the first time because they would always, because I used to go and I would bring her in there. She would watch me hoop and shit.
Said that. Oh man, that bitch like this nigga.
Nah. This before she got with this nigga.
But still, she was hooping too. Watch you hoop, and you left her in the friend zone.
No, it's the other homie, in there. For me, the homie. Who's that? Fucking Trey, homie Trey. He in there. He like, that's your girl. I'm like, nah, this ain't.
Exactly.
He said, nigga, you lying, nigga. That's your girl. She ain't here.
Exactly.
I'm like, she not. He lied. So niggas just asked me, like, that's your girl, that's your girl. I'm like, nah. Another one of the homies, the Mexican homie, he asked me, he like, what's going on between y'all? I'm like, nothing. He like, nigga, what's going on, nigga? I'm like, nothing, bro. Like, niggas just asking me, bro. It's like,
they was like, they can't believe it, man. Man, hell no. They see, and then she probably bad, like I said. Like, this nigga is the ultimate gentleman. Like, hell no.
This nigga crazy.
Playing this role. Watch. When the minute she jump on you, fool, that shit gonna be the most fire shit you ever had.
Man, you gotta have some fire shit, nigga. I didn't have some fire shit, no lie.
Man, that shit gonna be extra fire. Y'all in there sneaky.
Nah,
sneaky link shit. That's what it is. They go on they sneaky link.
And
that's exactly what going. I forgot that word. These motherfuckers is sneaky linking this shit.
I'm sneaky link. Nah, bro.
Hey, niggas sneaky links, man.
You making me out to be a Tyrone type nigga, bro.
Man, that's exactly what's going on. But you just the Ione. That you ain't the full Tyrone and shit.
Nah,
man, shit right there, man. That shit hard to resist, man. That shit hard to resist, man.
Only
These
reason
got seduction.
I was smashing. I'm smashing something else, so I wasn't even worried about it like that.
Yeah, that's what sustained you because you got other bras you smashing.
The girl,
the fact she ain't got no chairs in her room.
Yeah, she got chairs. She got the little.
This nigga choose the bed. You just waiting for her to jump on top of you. She ain't never jumped on you on the bed.
I never listen. Only time I laid on her bed once. I laid on her bed once. The first time I went to her dorm.
And she laid next to you too, right?
Nah, I just was, I was trying to get a feel for it and shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Look, more than shit. You were trying to get a feel.
Yeah, like because her bed is like her bed.
The Peter Patrick, what they call them, the Peter Patrick mattress. They try to get a feel. You about to see what she gonna do. Wait, what?
This nigga, bro. Nah.
I'm telling this shit nigga. Coming out. Y'all know y'all want to fuck, man.
This nigga crazy. Nah, look, no, because her bed don't sit. You know how the bed sit flat, like on the ground against the wall or something?
Yeah.
Her shit sit a little up. So I'm like, why your shit sitting up? So I get up there. I'm just trying to feel it out, see if it's like stable and shit.
You trying to see if she's gonna hop up on that motherfucker?
Nah, bro.
Man. Nah. So she ain't never like jump closer. You be like try to like, nah, don't do it. Push her off and shit.
You talk about with it, yeah?
Yeah, well the chicks be trying to jump and act like they want to play fight and all that shit.
Nah.
Man, you ain't never play fight with her.
Yeah, I play fight with her. Not in her dorm though. I used to play fight with her outside the gym and shit.
Man, that's flirtation shit, man.
One time, look, I was like, I told her, I'm like, shut up.
He called nigga Machiavelli.
Yeah, nah. This nigga crazy. But look, one time we outside the gym, right? We going to the gym or whatever. So it's the entrance right there. So we headed towards the entrance and shit going in. So I tell her, I'm like, I'm playing around with her and shit. I tell her, shut up. So she jump up. You know how she smack, like she jumped hella high. Fucking hit me in my throat, bro. I'm like,
he reminiscing on that shit.
You said what?
I said, they reminiscing on that shit. Man, you know you like this chick, man.
This shit happened last year, nigga. You had to like this shit was like 10 years ago, nigga. This shit was last
I know it's recent, man. That's why y'all about to, you gonna watch. You gonna remember this conversation, man. The day you smash, can be like, damn, this nigga, you was right.
Nah, bro. I didn't listen. It's shit up there. I didn't smash. That's for me hella bad. For me, I just told you about her, but I got for me. It's other females up there.
But this gonna be the one, homie.
A lot of them. No, I went to they had this little pool party and shit. I'm like, God, man, it was so many bitches there. Yeah, I'm talking about hella bitches. I'm talking about it was badass. I'm talking about Asian bitches, Mexican bitches. It was white, all type of bitches there. Light skin, dark skin. I'm like, God damn, bro.
And you know when just because you fucking a lot of bitches, that don't turn chicks off. That shit when chicks know you out there knocking down bitches, you got a lot of bras on you. That shit turn bras on.
Hey, nah, look at this nigga comment, man. This nigga comment, man.
But this one says this dude testing the height of the bed. Says to predict the doggy style angle. Yeah, on the real, that's what this nigga doing. This nigga in the dorm room on her fucking bed, man. That nigga is definitely about to knock this chick down, man.
Man, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm being honest.
And she want to get fucked too.
He says, nah, I'm not trying to knock her down. I'm there. I'm a great friend. That's it.
No, yeah, you a great friend. You playing that role. It's a lot of dudes that play the great friend role.
Y'all think I'm
and
playing?
They just waiting to see her in her panties and bra, and she take that shit off.
I'm not playing. I'm not doing it for that. Y'all think I'm playing a long game to smack when he leave or he leave the picture, whatever happens.
You don't. I don't think it's intentional, but that's the way that shit lead to.
Bruh, what happens if I get in a relationship though? Before then,
she'll probably still be there.
Nah, I ain't gonna. She's for sure gonna be there. I'm just gonna
hide. For sure gonna be there. Exactly. Like that niggas can't let each other go and shit.
Nah, bro. Nah, for real. But the whole point, the reason I even brought this up was because I was gonna fire on dude. You feel me? Because he was, you know what I'm saying?
Over his own chick.
Nah, it wasn't over the chick. It was the fact that this nigga was like saying shit. He know me. He can come to me and tell me, nigga, why you telling her? What type of nigga do that? Hey, don't tell me I'll prove that shit too.
But look, this is where she following where she want to let you fuck. She didn't keep that shit to herself.
She gonna tell me everything. We close. She told me shit about when she fell out with her parents and shit like that.
Exactly, because she is going to let you fuck. You just gotta be ready for it.
Man, listen, I don't
trust. Man, you gotta play the scenario out in your mind because the day is gonna come when you gonna fuck and this shit is gonna be extremely fire. You gotta prepare yourself for that day.
Man, I'm not trying. Man, why y'all keep? I'm not. Listen.
That nigga said she gonna always be there.
Did you listen? Let me ask. Did you smack? What's her name? What's the girl come on here? Her name Dana.
Oh, Dana. Yeah. I could have easily smacked Dana.
You never smacked her, right?
No, because it wasn't on no. Right. I'm trying to be her friend. It was over. No, the difference was her being on jealousy shit, asking me a bunch of shit, and I was just cool. I just stayed cool with it. She always been cool people. But you think I wouldn't try to fuck, even as her friend?
So you never tried to, right?
No, and plus she been in other states. But if he was and the door opened up and she was to let me, like we was around each other doing this shit, you think I'm about to just play friend shit? She'd be in a relationship. We probably wouldn't be the best of relationship to be together, but we'll definitely fuck.
Nah, but I'm saying when she was out here, did you like make any attempt or give like any hints?
Yeah, we was fucking around with each other.
I'm saying, did you actually hit?
Like when I was about, no, I could have hit. Man, Dana was doing some shit, but then it was because she was out there where you at, and then she was going to school, right. And then she'd be always on this court. Like I say, I get irked with all that like insecurity shit. What you doing? Or you fucking with this chick? Then she had this other thing that popped up. She had a homegirl that was lying, talking about I was fucking.
Wow, I know people that have been through it. Nah, for sure, it makes sense.
Yeah, so then she was always like with that shit, and that kind of like pushed us apart from going there because of that friend doing that shit. She believed that shit. But if it was, even with us being friends, you think she didn't been in relationships, all that shit, you think that'll stop me from fucking? Hell no. And that's my homegirl.
But she don't, you like see your home, like keyword, you say you don't look at her as a sister though, right?
No, but we talk, just how you talking about with this chick. You don't look at that chick as sister.
Yes, I do, bro.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, man. You better take that shit out your head because you could fuck her, man. So
listen, bro.
This is the thing. I'm cool with Dana. I can talk with Dana. I don't feel a certain way if Dana got with people. And there's other chicks I got like Dana. But I will still fuck. Especially the fine ones.
Bro.
And especially if they relationships and coming around me and we sitting in a room and shit And the minute I will control myself and not be pushing up trying to rub. The minute they make the move and be all up on me rubbing, I'm fucking. And that's what's gonna happen with old girl. She gonna make the move. I'm telling you, just smell her body. Then you gonna smell that shit coming off of her and shit. Man, that bitch body is releasing that shit, man. They gonna tap, man. The only thing y'all be running out of time is shit. That's the only reason why I think y'all ain't done
what? What you mean running out of time?
Because that nigga getting out of practice.
Yeah.
Wait, ask him what question, Kenny Porter. Oh, wait, I asked him that already. Would he smash? He denying that shit, but he definitely was smashing shit.
Listen,
it's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you, man. I be knowing this shit.
Listen, listen. Like I said, I'm not trying to smash her, bro.
Man, a lot of people ain't.
I don't know why I keep saying that, bro. Like she like my sister, bro. Like I ain't gonna do that,
man. Bro. No, she not. She let that chick come over there, and she bad too, like you said, man. Please,
this nigga crazy, man. You crazy, Reggie, bro. Bro, listen. You said because we ran out of time. Nah.
Yeah, man. If that nigga went off to a basketball tournament, you was over there, you knocking that broad down. I think you'd spend the night with her before.
He was supposed to. They had this little event to him.
Oh, he said, read his last comment. Wait, hold on. Wait, what's your last comment, Kenny Porter? I don't see. He said, okay, here it goes. It says, real question is if Jashawn gets in a serious relationship and his girlfriend says, cut old girl off. That's a good question. That nigga ain't cutting her off. He gonna be doing what this chick is doing.
That's hella hard though. But the difference
why so hard?
The difference is though, like I don't be going up there. I ain't really seen her. I ain't seen her. When the last time I seen her? I ain't seen her since like it's been like months. I ain't seen her since like August.
Man, that shit ain't long.
Man, that's a long time to go without seeing a bitch. I mean, let me not say that. not about her. Not about her.
Mister. All right, when last time you seen her in her room, right?
Nah, last time I seen her was in the gym. She always in the gym. Cause that nigga, he in there, he be in that motherfucker every day down there.
Oh, she be there watching.
Yeah. And it's a whole, it be her, it's a whole other niggas, girls being there.
So you stopped going because you didn't want to be in the vicinity where he at?
Nah, not because of that, because I just don't be up there like that.
Man. But you'll be up there when she in her room.
Nah, I'm gonna start, because it's a couple other females that I'll be talking to. I'm finna start going back up there next year, like in January and shit.
And she gonna know that you there, man. Yeah,
she told me she always asks like, why you don't come back up here no more? I tell her I'm busy. When I'm free, when I get some free time, I'll pop up.
That's where it's gonna kick off. So yeah, start going to that shit and watch how quicker it get to.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be knocking me down. And you're gonna be like, damn, this fool was right.
Y'all crazy. So
he said, now my mind rushing, man. I want to beat this nigga up now.
He said,
my bitch that.
Y'all crazy. Nah.
That nigga gonna be demanding, man. Don't be fucking that nigga no more. It's my
you said what?
You gonna have to, she let you hit that shit, you gonna be tripping. Like, no, that nigga can't be fucking no more, man. Why you gonna be tripping?
Man, I ain't listen.
You better play this scenario in your mind so you know how to deal with it, bro.
Listen, I'm not playing nothing, bro. I just don't respect. I don't respect niggas that do all the going through females and saying slick shit, and then I find out. He knew
he wasn't supposed to find out, and that's how you know she's gonna let you.
She gonna niggas act like I ain't gonna find out, bro. She gonna tell me everything, bro. Everything she going through
because she wanted to let you fuck. You know, I used to find out about shit. This one chick I was fucking with, she wasn't married. She was in a relationship, and somehow her dude found out we was fucking. You know who would come back and tell me everything? Her ass.
For sure.
And that's how these girls get down. Who like a motherfucker. They may be with somebody, but really like you and shit. And they coming back confiding you, telling you shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this nigga, who is that?
Man, watch that shit.
Fresh BX crazy, man. He
Yeah,
talking.
that ain't for real, man.
He
But
said,
shit, that's all I got on this one, bro.
nah, for sure.
I need to make a run real quick.
Like I said, I'm gonna tell. Look. I'm gonna show you the other females I was fucking with up there. She.
Nah, fuck the other female. You gonna send one? I want to see what this chick look like, so I can be like, yeah, they.
I can't listen. She in the. I ain't gonna do that to her.
Man, she probably caught me. You know, I don't be showing this shit.
Nah, not sure. Feel me? Like I don't wanna. I can't do that to her.
Yeah, he gonna ask that nigga. He gonna challenge that nigga to 1-on-1 for it. They gonna get
on that nigga. I'll send it to you for sure.
That nigga about to challenge that dude. Go pass the ball all hard at him. Say, man, look, man.
Man, you crazy. I ain't worried. Listen, he the homie still. I don't be tripping, man. He in his feelings.
This nigga about to have a love and basketball duel for the girl.
Hell nah. I'm not fighting over. I don't fight over no females.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Yeah. But prepare yourself when she give you the whop, homie.
Nah, last day though. Listen, that's not gonna happen. I don't want that. Listen, I'm not praying on their downfall. You feel me? I got shit going on, bro. Like she's one of many. You feel me? Not like that. I'm not saying that about her. I'm just saying you get what I'm saying. It's a saying for sure.
Yeah. No, it gotta be about their downfall. People still fuck around and remain in their relationship. They just play their position.
Yeah, listen, I'm not worried about her, and I'm not praying for them to separate at all. Like I wish them the best. I told him I was only tripping on this nigga because he kept doing little shit.
He doing the right thing, communicating to his broad, and his broad doing the wrong thing, relaying the message to you.
Nah, she did the right thing, nigga. She did the right thing. You feel me? She did the right thing. I don't care how y'all niggas view it and y'all perspective.
All right. Well, you should stay out of her room then.
What is you?
Look, he can't stop that. Look, listen, he can't stop that shit.
Listen,
right,
listen, I'm not.
Stay out of her room.
Listen, like I told you earlier, nigga. She don't dictate. I mean, he don't dictate nothing. Listen, he don't dictate nothing. If he can't listen, I would have listened. This, I ain't trying to go. I know you trying to get off and shit. But if he would have came to me like a man and be like, "Hey, bro, I don't appreciate this or that," I would be like, "That's cool." I would have respected it. And I would have stepped away.
But why can't you?
You know why? You know why? Because I know that nigga. This is not no random nigga, bro. I know this nigga, bro.
All right, so but when he come around, you don't want to be there. It's awkward.
No. I'm there. It's for me. I'm around him. I'm not all up on her when he around. Like I'll be over there. You feel me?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. You just said something.
You said what?
You just said something.
What?
You not all up on her when he around.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah.
So you be up on her and shit.
Bro, this nigga be mad. We gotta
conclude this damn combo, man.
No, nigga, you imagine this shit, nigga. That's not what's going on, bro.
You just said that shit.
That's not what's going on, bro. I said that when he around her, because usually when I see him with her, it's usually like I used to see him like when I was going to like a resource center or something. Like I'll run across him. He might be going to class or something. And I stop and talk to him. But outside of that, the only time I see them together on campus was when we was in the gym. Cause I used to hoop. I used to go in there and hoop and shit. And him and a whole bunch. It's like 20 people in this motherfucker. This motherfucker packed. For me. A lot of niggas bring their girls in there. I don't know why. You feel me? But you know what it is. But when we was in the gym together though, like I go up to her though. Like she gets sitting over there, I go up to her. Probably give her a hug, shake her hand, whatever, and then I go back over there. For me, and I'm talking to the homies and shit, cause like I said, I ain't gonna be like her boyfriend in here. He hooping or whatever. I'm just walking in. I ain't finna be all up on her. Wow, this nigga.
So when the boyfriend present, you giving her handshakes?
Yeah, cause I don't want him to feel. She said, Cause I'm gonna tell you about the time. See you making me long winded.
Yeah, so we gotta reconclude this one.
Look. One of the one of the instances I'm talking about. We was in the gym, right? So he was playing. The niggas that wasn't playing, like they was peeping in, whatever. So some shit happened at home in her home life or whatever. She was telling me, but she was crying, like she was like laying on my shoulder and shit.
Oh damn,
Bitch, look, this bitch with the red hair, right? The bitch with the red hair, the Spanish bitch. She go back and she tell Rob. I mean, why I say the nigga name? That's his name though. She tell
we
this
don't
nigga.
we don't know him. But shit.
Yeah, y'all don't know him, but she tell this nigga, and she tell this nigga, and then some other niggas, his homies and shit, they tell him like, man, bro, why the fuck is she laying on this nigga shoulder and shit?
Exactly. Everybody
that
see
was
this
one.
shit.
She goes, yeah, nah, that happened. So she ended up coming back and telling me like that whole situation and shit, how people was reacting to it in the gym. So she was telling me how he was acting and shit, like he was mad about that. He was telling her like, why you do that? Like, I'm your boyfriend. I'm in here. You could have told me. But she tell him like he don't listen to what she's saying. Like he not really, you know what I'm saying? Like she can't really go and talk to him like she can.
So she go to her work husband.
You cold. But she telling me like shit like that. Cause she telling me it's different instances where she trying to like tell him shit that's going on in her life. She's saying he not really listening to what she's saying. He's saying,
and that's how they end up fucking the motherfucker that'll listen to him. And that's how that shit gonna pop,
listening
homie.
to her. I'm the one giving her advice.
Exactly. And who you think she gonna come to?
Really?
Man, hey, just let me know when I'm right with she finally fucking
it's
pull
a
the
little shit like
motherfucking patties to the side and shit.
Nah, this nigga crazy. But nah.
Man, yeah, you heard confidant for real.
Nah, for sure.
Man, you ain't seeing it. You trying to resist that shit, and you know that shit right there. Man,
I'm not trying to resist nothing, nigga. I'm just telling you, like I said, she come to me she need advice on something, or she going through something, she calling me.
Man, I salute you for your restraint, though.
She telling her, look, I mean, anything, like she didn't have situations like with her sister and shit, whatever, she'll tell me about that shit. You know what I'm saying? She said she can't really talk to him like that because he don't know how to process it. That's what she telling me.
And you be the first one coming to mind when she ready to get her motherfucking walls knocked
like
out.
She hit me up like a month, like last month, the day I went to get a haircut. I'm at the crib. She hit me up, FaceTime and shit. You know.
Yeah. No, I stay young, man, but he trying to resist that shit, man. But trust me, man. Just be ready for it. She gonna be
y'all niggas gotta
fired in the motherfucker.
This shit.
Watch, I'm bring a female on here and we'll talk the same shit, and the chick will tell you, yeah, she got you on standby.
You said what?
If I brought a chick on her and had them to hear the same story,
bring them on, nigga. Bring them on
a
here.
chick would be like, yeah, and
even
like the female who you said went and told them, they even know, because them bras be doing that same shit.
You saying like an older female?
Even a young chick gonna keep shit real. Man. They be like, yeah, that chick trying to let you fuck, or you can fuck her.
I know this. Why? I mean, let me not say that.
Oh yeah, exactly. We've been waiting for you to say this the whole time. We've been talking on this shit. You know, you can fuck.
I don't want to though. That's what y'all feel me. If I really wanted to, I could have, bro. Because I respect.
You don't want to make the move because you like, damn, I'll be wrong. But let her make the move, and when she make the move, I guarantee you ain't gonna stop that shit.
Listen, I got self-control, nigga. I got self-control, nigga.
Man, no, that's a good thing to have, man. But yeah, you know you want to knock that bitch down. But shit, let me get ready to roll up out of here.
So, salute though, man. Shout out to the chat, my nigga SF.
Yes, sir.
The show, we out.
All right, we out, folks. We catch y'all this bud tomorrow. Peace.